All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for Super D&D Season 2, Episode 21, Dead Weight. We're about to jump back into the Discord and get going with a little bit of the recap and then jump right into it. So here we go.
I really need to finish my toothbrush.
Compared to it.
I don't like the music right now.
I don't like it either, but we're just gonna have to roll with
Yeah.
this.
Does it scare you?
Oh yeah, I forgot we were in combat. Oh god.
All right, so how's it going, everybody?
I'm not ready.
So,
I'm not ready.
Jonas, are you ready?
I'm ready. No.
Okay, Jonas isn't ready. We're canceling the stream. See you next week, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Why do you always do this?
Anyway, welcome to the players to Episode 21 of Season 2, Dead Weight. So, last time, the party started making their way through the city, New Mysia, or El Mysia capital, after a night in Thea's tower, as might be a way to put it. And they got a night of rest and started heading outwards towards somewhere where Jeffrey seemed to be leading them. Towards a square, not too far away, where they did battle with Pestilence and are currently doing it. Pestilence very much on the ropes, stunned. But as it all seemed to be drawing to a close, darkness began to envelop the area.
Of course it did.
And coldness fills the air, and your skin begins to tremble. I need all of you,
Yes, it does.
except for Pestilence,
It's gonna be dead.
to roll me a mental or toughness.
Please roll a mental or toughness, Pestilence. Join us.
Join us.
Excuse me, you are not the DM here.
I don't want to do this. The natural 20.
Hours of fight.
Oh no. Wait, do you have any?
Nope, I used them all last
Oh
week.
no.
Oh my god, Ian!
Oh well, at least you guys will be happily together. You know, don't worry about the third wheel
Okay.
over here.
Can I get advantage on mine?
Listen,
Yes, you can have disadvantage,
I can't
actually.
dive in front of the way of mental
Oh
things.
man. I don't want disadvantage.
Well, too bad. Get it.
So,
God damn it.
you hear a voice
Uh-huh.
start to descend downwards as shadows fill the area.
I knew it.
It's Chuck Norris.
I told this. We all called this.
Oh yeah, of course you do.
I mean, it only makes sense that the hitman would be the one to kill us all.
Dun, I need you to leave. Dun, you are not supposed to be here.
Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, let's hear him out first before we kick him out.
No.
Show us the... Yeah.
Made by
All in
Dio.
the darkness, all you hear is, oh, hey there.
Oh my god, he's so hot!
All right. As death descends on the battlefield,
Damn, death is hot. Not gonna lie. I was expecting something a little different, but it's actually pretty cool.
I think Daniel's coming out as gay.
I mean, we already knew that.
Wait.
Anyway,
Discuss
all
this.
right. Reel it back in.
Sorry.
Done. What does death do?
I won't lie to you. I need a little bit of a catch up because everyone
It's okay.
was talking so
So-
much right there.
So,
We're just excited.
the darkness begins to envelop the battlefield as you're approaching, hearing the call that Pestilence is in need of aid. You're being the only one able to help Pestilence at the moment. You see Pestilence weak, stunned, stumbling around.
Has
The
a
silver
fucking
mop
hole in
bearing
her
down
chest.
as well as Ian and many others not far behind. Not many zombies remain as you descend. You don't have to be there if you want. You can go somewhere else, but it is your turn to say or do what you like.
All right, so Pestilence is stunned, right?
Yes.
She's stunned and she has a large hole in her chest.
And they don't see me at this time?
Yeah.
Or they do see me?
They.
We just rolled a toughness.
I just put you there.
Right.
I think those two.
They sense that someone is
I think your
arriving.
presence is too great for us here that we're like, oh fuck.
I mean, I did see you earlier when I nearly died.
Yeah. So, Athena, as well as Daniel and Ian and recently Mop. This face is a little more familiar than you might have thought before.
Whoa, what?
Oh, hey
Hold on
there.
a
Can I
second.
say something?
Can I see that picture again?
Yes, you can.
I don't know.
Can I say something?
Let me just.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say long time no see.
Hey.
You straight up hate.
You're so gorgeous.
Hopefully this session doesn't end like last one.
I don't
Alright.
know. You're dead.
No, fingers crossed.
So I kind of walk forward and I toss my cloak back and look at the party. I am death. And when I am here, I can open the door and I move one cloak over to heaven, and you hear like the trumpets and like cheering, and then I bring it down and bring the other one up, or to hell, and then you just hear screams and burning. Then it goes down, and then I just kind of stare at all of you.
I don't want to stare back.
Aren't we already in hell?
Aren't we already?
Stare
Hell?
back at you.
Most
No,
likely.
no, we're in Coilum. Hell is where we were a second ago. We had to use the portal to get into hell, out of hell. We're in like a nicer part.
Well, it was out of hell into hell,
It's
technically.
like you guys are in, what do you call it?
Elysium. Might be what you're thinking of, Pseudo.
Purgatory. It was more or less.
Ah, yeah. There would be in the Elysium version of this area. So, do you end your turn there, Death?
Yeah.
He just ends his turn intimidating us.
Can I look at his shoes?
He's got some swag-ass shoes.
Oh, no.
Can I start
That's screwed.
Flag ass.
One
white
sentence.
and black.
One sentence. Can I start a fan theory right here?
Sure.
So his eyes are green and Ian's eyes are green. Just putting it out there. Just
They're related.
Oh.
Listen,
Technically,
I did talk
technically
about.
my
I
eyes are
did say
green,
I was
too.
gonna seduce death, so.
What if this is your brother? All right. Anyway, Elphantasma, it is your turn.
My eyes are green.
Well, I've been saving this since last session because I wanted to do this last session.
Ooh,
Rogue action.
Okay.
starting off with the heroic action. Oh my god.
Kills him one shot.
It's gonna be very simple. No. It's gonna be very simple. Basically, I want to turn myself invisible. I want to Phantom Link from here, go stride towards Ian,
Okay.
tap him with a Shadow Aura, then Phantom Link towards this other building and Shadow Aura Mop as well.
Okay.
Damn.
Roll me a concentration or focus. Not actually that
Gotcha.
high. Yeah, you can do that. You end yourself over here, but you are able
Yep.
to get all the way across. Roll me an acrobatics as well, just to make sure that you can get across some of the buildings. And up
Got
them.
you.
Yeah, you're also fine. It's above a 20.
Roll the 6.
Yeah, it's not that hard for him to make some of these, unless they're crazy.
That's only one higher than my natural one.
So I'm, like, over here now.
Oh, you missed the best part.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm sorry.
So I'm
Keith.
over here now, right?
Don't worry, Death has just showed up. It's all cool.
Oh, cool.
All right.
I'm not here. Don't worry.
So,
I'm invisible, so it's all good.
so Mop and Ian, you are both currently invisible.
Where did my shadow? Where did my Phantom?
Where were you?
Link,
Where were you
end up?
last? Before you moved.
I guess this would be my last location since I had to go to the building. So, I guess over here.
Okay. No, he's fine. Leave him alone.
He's yelling loudly.
I don't hear it. The mic doesn't hear it. He's fine. Leave him alone. Let's go. All right. Arya, go ahead.
Who's the plus? Never mind.
Well, okay. She has to kind of call out. She's like, she looks to Death and calls out like, "Is Death another horseman?"
Wow, there's too many people in this.
Everyone face palms.
Yes.
Especially
I
if
legit just facepalm in real life.
Me too.
Same.
I'm gonna take your silence as a yes, and then What was I doing? Okay. I'm gonna try. I don't want to, like... You know what? I'm gonna aim a heavy screech at Mr. Zombie right in front of me.
Arya still has advantage from precog.
Gotcha.
If that's
Oh, I do?
Yeah, would be. Yeah. You'd have the line of sight. Go ahead and roll your heavy
With Arya
screech.
Jeffrey. Yeah.
The first one hits. Second one does as well. It's looking rough, but it's still up.
It's okay.
Holy moly.
I end the turn.
Okay. Ian, you're up. You're invisible.
Alright.
Oh.
So, pretty much I want to just jump across the building, kind of get over here, stealthing, attempting to at least.
You're invisible,
And
so.
then, yeah.
Go ahead and roll your stealth.
And then,
With advantage?
Well, he doesn't get advantage with that roll. But yes.
He's also invisible, so no, he does not.
I mean.
yeah. And then I want to just shoot pestilence.
Okay.
Heavy. Twice, if I can.
Okay, go ahead.
When does your stun come off?
When
My
it's
turn
your
or
turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's your turn.
I'm using my reaction, turning into flies.
Can they?
Yeah, because it's at
Yep,
the end of their
it was
turn.
just my turn.
So.
Alright.
No, but he's still stunned.
No, it's
When
not.
did
We went over this last time.
when
We
he
literally
just
At the
I
end
literally
of
just
end of
asked
end
you.
of their turn, so they lose their turn, it ends. We went over this last time.
Yeah, no. I stunned him, but it hasn't been his turn yet. Which is
Yeah,
why we
no,
keep
it
saying-
started.
Just
It
was.
started with their turn, then it went death's
It
turn.
started their turn.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know why we had to remind you that you were stunned if you're not stunned.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't your turn
Alright.
when it ended.
I'm just pretty sure it wasn't your turn when it ended, which is why we were saying that. But that's fine. We're changing it up. No, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Stop arguing it, please. All right, go, pestilence.
I'm just gonna.
Where would you like to
fly
go?
Over.
90
fly
feet,
away
anyway.
from everything.
Okay.
Yeah, about over here.
Got it.
I was gonna look at
Oh,
him,
just
just glare.
Okay.
All right, Jeffrey, your turn.
I'm still hidden, right? Or is it not?
Yeah, until the end of my turn.
Hi, my name's Jeffrey. I can control metal, and I see that there's a big bad guy about to attack my friends on that building over there. I want to make sure that that building falls down at a convenient location, if that's at all possible.
If the building falls, or
This
the thing
building or
falls?
this building?
The building which the big creature is currently standing
Oh,
on
that
that's
one.
in front of Sophia.
Yes, you can do that.
Hopefully over here. Just saying.
I just want to pull the supports down towards me so that it's facing towards the street.
Let me
Jeffrey
see.
has advantage as well.
Would it?
Just a
purple-
reminder, he
I
has a
didn't really
tank on him.
specify, but would it be around the bodies or just the living dead that he get disadvantage being near?
Just the currently animated ones.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. All right. Just
Okay.
want to make sure.
To drop the whole building, you get it to stumble and crumble a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's falling down.
So by moving the supports on that side of the building.
Yeah, you're just having a hard time
I'm-
fully moving them with a 14.
Okay. In that case, I suppose I can try to put a metal wall in front of the beast so it separates Sophia from it.
Okay.
Boink.
All right, the other wall disappears. Putting another one across here, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you want to draw that in.
Will do.
All right, does that end your turn?
I believe so.
All right, Mop, you're invisible. It's your turn. Pestilence jumped away. Death is still there.
Go away.
You currently have advantage, I believe.
I'm invisible. You can't see me.
Oh yeah, I can't see you. Never mind.
Also, I want to remind everyone who's used heroic action gets it back.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Start the session.
Except for Poke.
Well, Poke just used it.
I'd like to make it all the way over to Pestilence.
Can you just leave me alone?
That's 80 feet on my. Well, I mean, it's.
Roll me acrobatics because you're going over a couple different buildings.
Yeah.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
If he
Since he's
passes
going
within
with
sight
the-
of it, yeah.
I mean,
He's
his
also
line
invisible,
there.
so...
He's
It
invisible.
was-
That invisibility does not matter to death.
I was right here and I went. Oh, hold on, let me.
Let's see. You were
Yeah.
there.
Invisibility does not what, Jeff?
Does not affect death.
He can still see even though you're invisible?
Yes.
I have the eyes of the grave.
Alright, acrobatics, sorry. Did I click it? No,
It'd
I
still
didn't.
be farther than 5 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Death. What's the range on your one weapon? I think you have a longer range if it's within that melee range.
It's 10 feet range.
Oh, he's out. He's 15. Okay, so now you do not, unfortunately.
Okay.
So Mop, go ahead.
All
and
right.
Make your attacks.
And okay, so that was management. So did the acrobatics count as a?
13. Nah, I'm gonna actually say. No, you kind of get stuck having to climb up this building for a bit. So you can get at max here.
That's fine. I guess I could do that. And I guess I'll just. Okay. I can't do anything else because I used the
Mop toss, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, never
So
mind. that
defense,
won't
dodge, or toughness. Pestilence.
work. Throwing a mop at you.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
If you could dodge a mop, you could dodge a ball.
You see as Pestilence just kind of moves just a tiny bit, and it goes right through the hole in the stomach, and then they just kind of turn and sidestep it as it comes back to you.
Damn it.
I just
That's
glare.
badass.
And then I'm gonna punch the air.
All right, Daniel,
Yeah. Oh.
your turn.
All right. Now, this is gonna be really cool, guys. Believe me.
I believe.
I want to portal up to this building. Oh, why can I not ping? Why can I not click on anything on the map? Oh, because I have. Okay. I want to portal up to this building, and then I want to move to the corner here, and then I just want to fire 2 shots at Pestilence.
Leave me alone.
No. You almost killed me. I mean, Gui.
Yeah, well, death is literally there. You can deal with him.
All right, what's
cares
the range on the thing?
Sorry, Dad.
It should be. I
is
just want to make sure.
No,
Did you say
from
sorry, Death? You're
here-
hot?
From
You're cool.
Okay.
Wait, you're on the ground. These are buildings in front of you. How do you even
Yeah,
see
I
them?
want a portal and
said
observe the
that?
surroundings, and then I want to move over here, so probably would measure from here.
Oh, okay. Portal up and then shoot from there.
And then I
Just
wanna
roll
fire
the
my-
what
my
is the
rifle.
range on it, just so I know if it has disadvantage or advantage. Okay, 150. You're good. Roll me
I want to fire those.
that angle. Yeah, just roll me. No, I'm gonna say you can get up there. I'll let you roll me a concentration or focus to fire if you wanted to fire twice.
Because I'm great at those.
I'll let you fire once.
Alright, that's
We'll use the 28 that we had before. So from there, Pestilence, I need to make 1 defense, dodge, or toughness. Well, that does not dodge. So 19 damage to Pestilence.
Yep, I'm down.
Ooh. I did it!
Yay! Now death is gonna kill us all.
You
The
have
horse been
made
really
the
hard.
wrong choice.
We could just leave. I'm
All
just
right.
saying.
Ashley, it's your turn. You see Pestilence go down as Daniel appears
Yeah.
on that corner and
I have my eyes set on 2 people here, so I'm gonna do an inspired action.
okay.
And I want to blood dash up into the air, and then do pow pow to those 2, and then fall back down while I'm up in the air.
Which 2?
Gotta give him the girl
To
power.
Death and Pestilence. I don't really mind the others.
Pestilence is down.
I know.
We need a murder.
I mean in
okay.
downtown.
They're just.
Sure, I see.
We need insurance.
Well,
I also have advantage on Pestilence, so this is gonna be fun.
Purple, can I use
don't-
reaction to do gatekeeper?
Yes, you can.
I do not like that. Don't.
You can
do
use
that.
your reaction to gatekeeper.
All right.
Wait. We don't even know if this is gonna hit yet. Please, DM. What am I rolling?
You're rolling your 2 attacks twice.
okay.
Are you trying to go for hold on, if you're going for heavies or just normal?
I was hoping just normal. Well, you said they noticed me, so I wouldn't get the negative damage. So should I do heavy instead?
It's up to you if you want. If you just want to go for the
I'll
2
do heavy.
heavies, 2 heavies each. Roll me just a acrobatics and a concentration or focus.
Are you
Yeah, you're good.
doing the DND thing where she gets disadvantage because I'm prone?
That's why she launched herself in the air.
Yeah, and I also have advantage on you because of the blood, the blood
Yeah, the thing that they put on before.
mark.
So I assume that it's like blood,
Yeah. It would just be a normal roll because it's so far away, but you're not rolling anything really against it because you're down. So.
Oh.
So those are first 2. They both stab into pestilence. And go ahead.
Oh, it's 2 for each.
Yeah, 2 for each.
Oh, cool.
Now, gatekeeper.
Yeah, the gatekeeper is
now we're
is
gonna
is
know.
actually a passive, done. So it's just active.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those last 2 were for
Yeah, as long as
death.
you can see. Okay, last 2. I need defense, dodge, or toughness. Death. Twice from you.
Okay.
First one hits for 50.
So wait, did pestilence
second
go
one
down
doesn't.
with the 2 other hits, or was that the
I went
gatekeeper
down.
thing that we didn't?
You hit it
No, I know
twice?
that, but I'm saying that I hit him.
You technically have 2 failed death saves, pestilence. But you are not
Okay,
down.
that's what I was gonna ask. Okay, cool.
You have not expired. The first one hits for you've only taken 50. And then the second one did not hit.
First one hit.
Yes.
Can I do critical artery?
You can try it, yes.
Is that I don't? He needs to roll a
Yeah. So
toughness or mental save.
Okay.
That's another that's 2 natural 20s in a row. So no,
God,
that does not hit. He's not
It's
stunned.
not another attack. It's just the
Yeah.
but-
Right, it's just an
but not
effect
not.
or something, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let this be another war fight.
Well, we'll see. You guys.
Wait, is that Mark? Death. Because I hit. I didn't know if I was gonna hit him.
I'm gonna say no because you didn't say it. You gotta be active on that.
That was the whole point of.
You didn't
Okay.
say it. It's your fault.
No, that's fine.
All right. So, this big one here is going to attempt to grab Arya, jump up and grab Arya, and slam you into the ground. So I need you to roll me a dodge.
With disadvantage because it's trying to grab you, and that means you're within 5 feet of
It's
it.
neutral roll because she has precog.
If only my summon portal was a reaction.
Bruh, just get incoming reactions. Easy.
Yeet.
Just short. You see, as it grabs your shoe off, and that's it.
I like your
Daniel's
footwear.
shoe come from the abyss.
I like your footwear.
Next portal I create, half a shoe flies.
Daniel, I need you to make me a dodge, please.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Die.
These zombies are gonna kill us. Who cares about the 4 horsemen? It's these zombies.
Roll a 3.
It's so
You rolled a
This is
3.
gonna hurt.
I mean,
rolled 12.
12 total. Oof.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Physically can't get a 3.
Please, not 1.
No, that hits. You take 25 acid damage, and you are currently cocooned up in its blood tendrils.
Oh, nice. Okay. I swear to God, is that another?
Okay, so and these ones are going to fire at you, which they both hit because you are ensnared. You take. They also crit, so instead of it's 124 damage. Yeah, you're unconscious.
2 failed death saves.
Yeah. Jeffrey, you hear this going on, and these ones are going to attack you. For you, it's toughnesses. Jeffrey. The first one hits for 32. The second one does
He has
not hit.
precog.
Okay, advantage. Never mind, neither of them hit. Okay.
Sweet.
And now.
Yep, it was Arya and Jeffrey and Mop.
This guy. This one. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Now it's Big Boy's turn. He is going to step over the wall. And just
Crushes.
kind of just like, you know, there's that high step of just like, okay. And he just kind of pulls up and over it. And then he's going to attack Athena by trying to knock you off the building again.
Yay!
Okay. I believe it is tough. A couple different things. Hold on. Let me get it up. Okay. Yep. Go ahead and roll me. Oh god, that's an extra 20. This is turning to the warfighter
Brilliant.
immediately. Okay. Yeah, you are knocked off the building.
Cool.
Down to there. You take 68 damage.
Okay.
That ends the zombie's turn. It's now your turn.
Cool. Hold on, I gotta put the thingy in.
Does Sophia jump down with her since Sophia has to stay near her at a range?
Sophia has 2 action points that Athena can control on her turn.
No, I thought just naturally wouldn't Sophia go down with her?
She is. She's just attacking it first.
Yeah, she's within 30 feet, so she does not have to leave the radius.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more.
Yeah, and if she leaves, it would be attack of opportunity. But 2 attacks from her.
Yeah, 2 attacks from her.
They both hit. He's looking kind of rough after falling out of the sky earlier.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
That's the wrong. I was like, those are not my abilities. Yeah, hold on. This doesn't change what I want to do that much. I'm doing an inspire heroic action.
Heroic action
time.
Okay. There we go.
I'm moving myself up here so I can see everyone.
Okay.
And then
roll me
I
a
want to
concentration or
put-
focus. Just to
Okay.
drop yourself up there. Should be fine. If it wants to load, there we go. 28.
Yeah.
You kind of like move yourself up that way. You also see Daniel at this point now. You wouldn't
Oh, I
really been
do?
able to see him before.
Oh shit.
Just saying, you can do whatever you want to do, but if you want to swing, change it to there as well. You have to commit to heroic action, so I can understand if you don't
Yeah,
want to
I know.
change it.
No, I want to attempt to put precog on everyone and a mental wall on everyone.
Okay.
Except for me.
And okay, hold on.
On everyone
Mop,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
see.
mopping them would
The
have.
3 of them are invisible, but I would want.
No,
to
they
put
would be
precog on them.
uninvisible right now because they've both had their turn. So at the end of their turn, that's when it ends.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you put it on yourself, it doesn't go back. It lasts longer. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, because it has to go all the way back around to you for it to drop on yourself. So you can't see El Phantasma, but you can see Mop and Ian. So you're putting okay, roll me
I want to do that, and then I would like to finish off Pestilence with an overload.
Okay.
I can do that before I put everything up, but
Okay, roll me that first as well. Okay. It does that. You have technically have a 3rd failed death save, but you have not expired.
okay.
Whatever death is
This
doing.
scares
Because it's death. Death is
I
like,
mean,
you know, I don't want
Pestilence-
to right now.
Pestilence looks fairly obliterated right now. They're mostly in pieces. Part of their face is missing from the blood-shots. There's different, like, they're practically disintegrated ashes around. There's a hole in their stomach. Practically disconnected on the right side. They're not moving.
Would our characters assume that she's dead?
One thing that
Oh,
would,
yeah.
Athena would probably roll me an intelligence check.
I was gonna say,
Everybody, all of you, just all of you, all the
we've seen
players.
how. Okay.
Even me?
Sure, because this is if you've seen it before.
Because we've seen how they've
Yeah.
died before, so it's probably safe to assume to be like, oh wait a minute, she didn't go away the way that the others went
Yeah,
away.
they
I
have
got
it.
it too.
Because of recently seeing famine. Everybody, so Arya remembers, Ian, El Phantasma, and
Well, I
Athena.
wasn't there to see it.
Well, okay, actually, so I would give you, yeah, okay, never mind. You might
I
think
wasn't
it's a
there
little
yet.
weird, El Phantasma, but you don't know for certain. But everybody that else that got a 10 or higher, you would know that they're not disappearing. That's strange. They didn't turn to ash. They didn't descend into an abyss. Nothing like that. So,
Okay.
you do feel that you connected onto Pestilence. That's still strange because you can see them, but vaguely from where they are. So,
And did I get the mental wall and precog on everyone?
roll me another concentration or focus, please. Okay. A 23. Just check some ranges because I want to see.
Precog would not go on anyone like over there. Like Ian cannot get it and Mop cannot get it because it's over.
All right, then including Daniel, you technically has it, and everybody else except for your 3 friends over here.
Okay.
Okay, that ends your turn. Pestilence, you are currently
But
down.
the mental walls would be on them, correct?
Yeah, mental walls would still be on them as well.
Okay.
Okay, Pestilence, you're currently down at the moment. But for this right now, unless you are brought back up, is there anything that you would like your zombies to do next on their turn? You can always message it to me if you don't want to tell everybody.
He's muted.
Okay, then we'll come back to that. Death, your turn.
Right. So I look at this gentleman here.
I am looking not at you. Well, I mean, I'm looking at you, but like.
That's fine. I begin to slowly approach you, and all of you can hear me, but it sounds like a whisper. Nothing outlives death. I can't hear you.
Fuck.
I did, and I will.
Oh, don't tell me.
Let them talk. Let them talk, everybody.
Longer than you.
Death
Longer
is
than you, but just come on,
eternal.
just throw me a bone, please.
Death is the only constant
I will
in
gladly
all
come with
of
you.
creation.
I will
And
gladly
then,
come
like,
with you when I
right
want to.
as soon as he's done, he splits into 10 different versions of himself.
Oh, nice. Now that's just cheating. Come on, man.
All right.
Now, really quick, because Purple, I know you're kind of throwing them. He does send 9 of them at Silver Mop behind him.
Okay.
Oh, well, hello.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm surrounded. This is amazing.
You won't think that for long.
But he says walking towards Ian?
Yes, like
Okay.
this gentleman here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Okay,
get to
one
be
more.
called a gentleman.
All right.
It's the first time I've been called a kid.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then
That's
10 is the
right.
original. Okay.
Let's just
So,
talk this out. Come on.
I close the distance, and then use. I think if I remember correctly,
Let's talk it out.
the tents all have 2 action points, correct?
They all have 2 action points. Yes.
Okay. So you silver them up. You watch as all of them are staring at you, and then in unison, 10 of them talk at once. Or sorry, 9 of them for you. And they just say, "Time to death is nothing, but everything to mortals." And you watch as all 9 of them remove scythes from this black space that he just reaches his hand into,
Hey, the abyss is my thing.
and then all 9 of them just swing into you.
Oh my.
Okay.
You want 9 rolls?
Let's do 3 rolls instead. Oh god, Dunn is rolling so good.
Done. I
Now, as I say that, like for those 9, he also says the same thing to the gentleman in front of me, and he does the same thing with the scythe and swings it to him
Okay.
too.
So, Mop, roll me 3 defense, dodge, or toughness.
Oh.
He's rolling really well, actually. So the first one does not hit. Neither does the second
Wait,
one, but the third one
quick
does.
question.
How many is?
Really quick question. Do I have flanking? Because I am surrounded.
I do not use flanking at all.
At all. Okay. Okay.
At all.
My bad.
Yeah.
I assumed that you
that's
did.
right.
Okay.
No, now you know. That's right. So you
Yeah, my
take
calculator.
82 damage. You're able to block a bunch of them with your arms, with your mop, but however 2 catches you right in the back of the thigh and then right over at the top of the shoulder, just ripping out a big
So what you
chunk
would
of it.
notice that instead of them rending your flesh, you feel them bite into you, but you don't feel like a physical cut. It's at a
Question.
different level.
Is any of this mental related?
No.
Nope.
It's just for flavor. It's still doing just
flavor.
normal damage. It's just for flavor. No, I know what you're thinking.
I have a
That's fair.
mental wall up, so if,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he
No,
goes
no,
to
no.
mind voodoo, he doesn't feel any of it.
No.
I'm just
If it is
rending his
mental.
soul.
Yeah, he just. If this is not blocking soul damage.
Yeah.
All right, and Ian, please roll me a defense, dodge, or toughness. That hits
Ouch.
for 38 damage.
Wait. Actually, remember this mode actually doubles all my damage. By the way.
Oh, that's right. So Mop, you did not take. You took 164 damage. Sorry.
It hurts so bad.
Ian, you took math.
76.
76 damage.
Old soldiers
Why are
die
all the days
hard.
for him- Like, why is all the days for death to appear? It's right here as we're still suffering after the fight of Pestilence.
what I was
We're still
saying.
dealing with death.
I mean, you guys had a chance to talk, and then you went and killed Pestilence.
Yeah. It's the same thing like Amber. I'm having flashbacks.
All right, El Phantasma, you just become visible. It's your turn.
All right. I want to do an inspired action.
Okay.
I want to attempt to have another Phantom Link
2 Phantom Links.
active.
All right.
Yes.
Roll me a concentration. Actually, roll me a mental or ingenuity for this one.
Gotcha.
Oof.
Oh man.
Ouch.
So, instead of making another one, you see this one disappear.
Interesting.
You used one
So that
action
would've
points
taken
trying to
only-
do that. Yeah.
All right. I
This
spent
one.
one action point.
Yes.
So technically, could I use another inspired action to try again?
Inspired action uses your
I'll
turn.
let you.
and-
I'm being generous to give you 3 action points opposed to just saying nothing. You can't use an uninspired action, but you have 3 action
okay.
points.
All right, that's fine. All right, since I still have 3 action points left. Well, time to set up another Phantom Link.
All right, where do you summon it?
I'm gonna put it exactly where I left it.
Okay. Gotcha. Go ahead and drop it.
All right, and let's see. I am going to use my movement. Here and then other. All right, so I use a movement and a ghost stride to get to this ledge,
Okay.
and I want to see if I can. All right, it's an attempt.
How about
I
we
wanna-
just talk? I can strike a deal. I am death.
All right. So is that
Even
at
to
disadvantage? So it's 25. Anyway. Defense, dodge, or toughness for that one in particular.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, that hits for 38 damage. It is
38.
still up, but this one in particular looks weakened.
Mhm.
All right, that ends my turn.
Okay. Arya, you're up. You narrowly avoided being grabbed. This one does look weak. It's your turn.
Okay,
You have advantage.
I know. Fly appears
Okay.
and.
Okay, what are you doing?
Ooh, what you doing?
So, is it possible for me to heal and then attack at the same time? Like, okay, like my plan is to heal without healing any zombies, and then being like, you can't see my ruler.
I can see your
Zombies
ruler.
can't be healed,
Like
can they?
that.
They're dead already.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
we went over that
what
before.
attack are you trying to do with your heal?
Healing tone?
Attack are you trying to do with your heal?
Oh!
I know you only have 1 heal, but what attack with it?
Maybe. This is Screech, but if I can maybe attempt a heavy, then a heavy Screech?
Heavy screech in this direction.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the heal
Wait.
first.
Wait. Safe sound.
Safe sound. Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your heal and then safe sound.
Heavy safe
Oh,
sound. Is there a heavy safe sound?
Yes.
All right, you get 58 points to yourself, Daniel, and Jeffrey.
Hey, thank you.
I like you.
All right, and then go ahead and roll the safe sound attack. Just you don't have to roll anything otherwise.
Yeah, it's 4 anyway.
Okay. That's directed at which target?
More specifically, the one that's holding Daniel right now.
Okay. That hits, and he goes down.
Hey!
You see it as it released its grasp. It almost explodes outwards, and both you and Daniel are covered with lines of blood.
Ew.
Okay. I believe that ends your turn. Ian,
I
you're
don't know
up.
what I would do without Arya or Athena.
Try and reach out and just slowly reach out and touch death.
Are you?
Why? What?
What did that?
Ian, the fuck?
I mean, he's not touching him.
Can I?
I mean,
Alright, as I do
done.
that,
Are
I'm
you?
gonna
Done? Are
heroic
you?
action.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
if you want
Yes.
to, yeah.
Heroic
do that.
action. Heroic action.
I'm gonna
to
heroic
touch
action
death.
this.
okay.
And as I do that, I want to send him to the abyss.
Oh, dear. Well,
Go for it.
Roll me a D100.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that.
Oh my god, that's my health!
69.
That's a beautiful.
That's my health!
Hey.
All
That's a
right.
sign.
Done. Roll me a D100 privately.
No, don't do that.
Bitch, how'd I do that? I forgot.
/GR instead of R.
Okay.
Okay. Ian, roll me a D4.
Alright.
So, you see as both this version of death and Ian.
Worth it, worth it.
No!
There's still 9 others.
I could just I just imagine he
All these
walks
ones
up
stay.
to death, and then like in Into the Spider-Verse, he just throws his hand on his shoulder and goes, "Hey," and they disappear.
No. I imagined it way more romantic, like him slowly caressing my cheek.
This is a
That is
16-year-old.
romantic.
This is a 16 or 17-year-old boy, done.
I rewind, and I'm gonna go with the first one. Great.
There you go.
Hey.
All right. So, one of the 9 deaths are gone. One of the 10 deaths, I should say, as well as Ian. All right.
okay.
And there's just a black portal that's cracked and necrotic and rotting where they both were
You're my
standing.
realm, bitch.
All right.
Oh no, you're in my realm.
Jeffrey, your turn.
What? Well,
Okay, I'm back. Is everyone dead yet?
no.
Damn it.
not
No,
quite.
Well, maybe we don't know.
It's gonna be a brawl in the abyss.
So I'm really tired of this mofo, so I'm gonna use an inspired action, and I want to wrap my middle shield around the big guy's head,
Okay.
and I want to crush his skull.
Roll me
Oh,
a
the big one.
concentration or
Don't you hurt
focus.
my baby.
Concentration.
You're
or
down.
focus. Here we go. I'm so excited to do this. Let me tell you.
You have advantage.
You see it catches it and is like holding it apart. Roll me a strength.
Just straight strength.
Strength.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm gonna roll for it. God damn it! That's a 1.
Wait, no.
You're rolling that one.
Yeah.
If you're,
You see
if
it
you're
goes
within
right through
5
its
feet
face.
of them,
Oh yeah, he has
you have
disadvantage.
disadvantage, so it's neutral.
Yeah, so it's
Wait. No, we don't. I'm not near
If you-
a live
I
one.
said,
Yeah,
no,
he's
I'm
not near a
saying
live
it-
one.
I know. I'm just reminding you guys because I don't know what you.
Don't
guys
worry, I
did
got it.
until
I got
this
it.
back.
I got it. Pseudo, I've been.
You
I've been-
purple. We forgot from.
No,
all
I
my-
remembered. I've been remembering. So this one, since he's away from it, he only gets. He has 16 with it, but I rolled a 1 anyway. So, just it,
Either way.
kind of its arms are kind of trying to hold it apart, but it kind of slips out and just. It was only on 80 HP anyway, so I don't
Why
feel
are
too
you
bad.
killing my babies?
So did I crush its skull?
Wait.
You did.
Maybe a little.
I
It's
thought
dead.
you were doing the big one.
Wait.
The big one or this one? Sorry.
No, I was doing the big one.
Oh, then I need to roll different stat block for that. Hold on.
Cool.
Cause
Up to-
I'm
that
still.
one?
It doesn't matter. I got
Yeah,
it.
he's been saying the big one this entire time.
Yeah.
That is the big one. This is the king one.
I said the big one and then
Thanos
He
zombie.
was pinging it.
That's not bad.
It's okay, man.
I rolled a natural one twice anyway, so this is fucking
Oh,
stupid. Caroline, look at this bullshit. Confirmed. This is bullshit. So it is around its head. It is not dead, but it is crushing it for a good amount of damage.
Cool.
It is currently blinded as well.
Sweet. I'm okay with that.
All right, Mop.
Alrighty.
Your turn, buddy.
Heroic action. I start by pulling out. All right, let's wait till the music starts. Okay. I start by pulling out my silver mop, extending it, pulling out because I want to, pulling out the scythe that I still have on me.
Okay.
And I'm going to start.
You can only fight fire with fire.
I'm going to start spinning in a circle, creating an ice water tornado.
Okay.
Trying to push them away and also trying to get away from them because Jesus fuck, I'm covered in D&D.
Yeah.
By the way, Puddle Boy gave you this idea because that is a thought that I have had in the past.
Sure.
I actually got this idea from Purple using it in the Monday chat D&D.
Just yes.
No.
I was like.
Anyway, go ahead and roll
Separating
me
me
a
from them.
concentration or focus with +5.
Easy
I wanna get away
enough.
from- I want to
Bam.
get away from death.
Oh, 23.
23. Okay. You start to be able to swing it around you a little bit. I need you to roll me a strength as well. Straight strength.
Ooh.
That's pretty low
25.
for you. That's a
was
that's a
a
I
4.
know.
Death.
25?
You roll me a strength as well.
Please,
Okay.
See if you can
please,
stop
come
his
on. I
roll.
really want to do this.
23. Oof.
He has 25. Though.
25. So
Yeah.
he does able to kind of get through. I need death
Is it
for
+5?
it's just for him.
Yeah,
just
plus
for him,
5.
yeah.
Okay, that's 24 then. Just
No,
let him
yeah,
know.
+5 advantage.
No.
Oh, he has
He does
advantage?
not
Okay.
have advantage.
Oh, he does
I
not
don't have advantage. I'm too
He does not
far.
have advantage.
Okay,
So
I got
24.
confused.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
so I beat it?
Yeah, that's my
You
bad.
did beat him, but
Oh,
barely.
thank God.
So,
Oh, thank God.
and then I need you to roll me. This is a pretty tough one. Roll me a dexterity check.
Oof.
No, just him. Just him. This is him to see if he can actually get the wall off. He's using a weapon he's not that used to. 25?
25.
All right. So you see as the water begins to swirl and shoot upwards around you, erupting in a fountain that just starts to swirl and spiral, pushing you up a little bit. And let's see how many of them it actually pushes back.
What the
I need
hell?
you to make 3 toughnesses for me, Death. So they all get pushed back a little bit. They all stay on the building for the most part.
Even the ones,
Even
that
the
are
ones
These
that are
ones
yeah,
are
on the
kind of
ledge.
just this was kind of just grab on, but they are off of it.
No, yo, his swag ass shoes are like magnetic, alright? They just like drag across the ground.
That was a little underwhelming.
Okay,
They're still really close to me.
they're strong motherfuckers.
I was really hoping it would do damage too with the scythe.
Hey, but now you have a chance of getting away without being attacked.
Big brother
did you go
Death gives the
demonic
best
this time?
hugs. Let him hug you tighter.
Roll me a D2 for me, both Death and Mop.
Uh-oh.
Is it? Wait, is it /R or R/?
/R
Slash
space.
R.
/R. Got it.
It's like a command in Minecraft.
All right. So you do not do any damage,
Okay, that's fine.
but they are all knocked back. They will not get any attack of opportunities, even though these ones are kind of like in that area. They did not get attack of
Yes, they
opportunities for you
want
to use movement if you'd like.
Oh.
And you are currently about 20 feet in the air in this water cyclone.
Get out of there!
I'm so good.
Okay, where are you moving towards? You can kind of you can launch yourself 60 feet in any direction.
Oh, 60 feet. Oh, jeez.
He's about to
That's
eat
a
him.
lot of-
Save me! Poke!
Who's Poke? You see,
Oh,
you see as
Save me, oh Phantasma!
as they're all knocked back, you launch yourself up and over as he escapes you for the moment, Death. All right, Daniel.
I want banner.
Alright,
It's
so
your
for
turn.
my turn, I'm just gonna portal him right back. No.
He's changing sides to hopefully he can live.
Thanks, friend.
Is there like a sort of like a small wall over the ledge to these buildings?
There is
Like something I can lean against.
roll me a perception. Oh no, sorry, I misinterpreted. You're good. Yes, there is a little bit of a lip. It's not just like an inch. It's like about.
Find a wall.
It's like maybe a foot and a half. Not very tall.
Sorry, the
Alright,
wall rolled a stealth.
I just basically want to sit down right there and heal myself.
Okay. Kind of leaning up against the wall, ducking down. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, 82 hit points back up. All right, that ends your turn.
I'm rethinking life decisions right now.
All right, Ashley, it is your turn.
I don't see Ian or Death anywhere.
You see 9 deaths. You don't see Ian or 1 death.
Yeah, I don't see Ian and the death that I was staring at
Yeah.
angrily at all.
Yeah.
You just got hate out of there.
Sadie's keen sense for Ian specifically. Do I know where Ian is?
Does the blood sense require an action point? Heartbeat sense. It does require one.
Oh, no, not with the heartbeat sense. Remember when he went into the abyss before and he was like these weird vein things
Yeah,
and then I stroked his...
it was partially out of combat though when we did that.
Do you want me to roll a heartbeat
If you
sense
want
for
to
that?
roll a heartbeat
I
sense.
didn't know if that was a heartbeat sense because it's like a weird veiny Sadie thing.
Yeah. So you can roll the heartbeat sense using an action point, and you get a ping that Ian is again there but not there at the moment.
Okay.
But it's really kind of clouded and hard to see. You only get like a blip on a radar for just boop.
That's annoying. It's fine. The rest of my action points, this big guy that's next to Sophia. I'll shoot him a couple times.
Leave
Is
my
he dead?
baby alone.
No, he's
He's
still alive?
looking rough, but he can't see, so all your attacks have advantage anyway, but they have more advantage. So they just have advantage. So doing 3 shots at him? Boom, boom, boom.
I'll do 1 shot. Does he go down?
It hits, but he is up.
Does
he get vindictive damage?
Yes, because he can't see. Yeah, you see as he kind of goes limp and the rest of the crushing that's around his head that he's trying desperately to hold off just crunches as you go right through his stomach. And just he drops to his knees and he just falls forward.
That's 42 watermelons.
Then I pop up and I look around again and there's another one in front of Jeffrey.
Yep.
That I will use my last 2 action points for.
Okay.
And does that one also get vindictive damage?
No, because you already used vindictive damage this turn. So those both hit, and this one also goes down as it just goes right through each eyeball from the back. Narrowly missing Jeffrey.
Should I add that to vindictive damage? That's once per turn? Because it's kind of each hit.
Yeah, it's just there's certain things that I took from sneak attack that like, oh yeah, I know this, and that's what I was going off of. So you can add that. That's my bad for not putting it in. Okay, so I believe that ends your turn. 2 kills. To take both the big guys down.
That's cute.
So Jeffrey,
Oh,
as
little heart.
these blood things goes right through the back of its eyes, just going by you, kind of in a crisscross. A bunch of other ones
Jesus.
start taking some shots at you. I need you to make 6 defense, dodge, or toughnesses. For you, it's toughness.
Jesus Christ, I should not have skipped gym.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Okay. So
Advantage,
the
ooh.
so the you have 2 hits on the 23 for the 3rd last one and the 20 for the 2nd last one. They both hit, and you take 64 damage.
Okay.
And this guy is going to shoot at Arya twice to make
Hi.
two defense, dodge, or toughnesses.
There.
Goes right by you
You
twice.
also have advantage.
Yeah, just
Not that it mattered.
yeah, you just kind of duck and just use your wings to fly upwards a little bit and then downwards very quickly. No other zombies left at the moment to be able to go. Athena, your turn. You've seen a couple big guys just go down in the same turn.
I'm invisible, by the way.
But yeah, precog doesn't reach that far.
Oh.
Precog is not an infinite range.
Clairvoyance says precog goes about here. Like it barely gets Daniel. You said all these guys were prone?
Oh, I'm not prone.
They're
Just
not
knocked
prone.
back.
They're just knocked back, kind of like they were maybe prone for like half a second, but I'm not counting it as prone, just for flavor.
Okay.
Too much flavor.
All the flavor, lots of spices.
The D&D better.
No.
What are you, some white guy with mayonnaise?
Making a white guy comment at one of the few non-white guys here. That's hilarious.
What would I have to do to keep everything I was just doing before up? Like the mental walls and the precog.
I'll have to roll me another inspired action.
I have to do another inspired action.
Another inspired action and a concentration or focus.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I was putting it on myself, so I have advantage as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say it stays up at the moment.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, everybody that is within range, so everybody except for Mop and El Phantasma, you guys all have advantage.
What about me?
No.
Sorry, Mr.
She can't even see you.
What about the Phantom Link?
I'm there.
All right.
I mean, yes.
Pestilence, go ahead and roll me another death save. Basically, you'll come back up on 1 hit point if you roll a natural 20. And it's 12. Very close.
I mean, yeah, plus 8 bonus. Shit.
All right, Death. So, Death, we'll get to the one that's in a different plane first. What are you doing with the other ones?
Don't look
Wait,
at me.
I'm sorry, hang on. The one we're gonna start with the one in the other
Well,
plane?
we'll finish with that one.
We'll finish with that one. We'll finish
So,
that one.
Mop just launched away from you in a water tornado, and you all got
Okay.
knocked. The other 9 got knocked away a little bit.
You watch as like they all in unison turn and look at whoever is the closest first, which is you, and then Mop as well.
Kind of shyly wave back.
Okay. You all watch as all 9 of them disappear from sight.
Oh,
Actually, hang on.
nice.
Sorry, 8 of them disappear from sight. And then suddenly in front of you, you see 8 sets of green eyes, and all you hear, all of you, in your ears, death is everywhere.
Oh, we know. We know all too well.
Okay. So, all of you that are within sight.
Is it within sight?
No, it wouldn't.
It just says
technically
the
it'd affect you.
entire
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, it would affect them. So, okay. Well, let me just. I didn't roll the damage. Okay, roll me just one of your normal attacks against all of them. So just roll it once, and they'll all have to make the same save. Okay. So, all of you, roll me a defense, dodge, or toughness, including you, Ian.
Especially you, Ian.
Every single one of us?
Yes.
Yeah, every single one of you.
Thank God I rolled over 14.
So, Ian, you get hit. Mop, you do not.
Oh, thank God.
With advantage for these. For Jeffrey, still hits. El Phantasma hits. Ashley hits. Daniel hits. Arya does it not.
Wait, what?
So it hits
For everyone-
except for the natural 20.
Except for the natural 20 and Mop. It was a 35.
For everyone that it does hit, you take 24 points of damage because it is double.
Yep, double. 24 points of damage. As briefly his pale face and green eyes are just there for a second. You feel
Hey,
you feel it, and then
I've
it's
seen
gone.
that before.
So these ones do come to Pestilence. The one that hadn't done that will take Pestilence and then run to my max, and then I will use their thing to do that there. So they just phase through the buildings, basically. Just
Yeah, you just drop underneath the floor.
yes, and then just keep running as far as they can to the max.
Okay.
These 4 that are around Amigo.
Okay.
Nico.
Hello, amigo. Long time no see. My name's Phantasma.
Just 1 or 4?
Roll me 4 in this case. Okay. El Phantasma, defense, dodge, or toughness.
Nope, swapping.
All right, using a reaction
Oh.
to utterly destroy a shadow clone of himself. Just
I feel so
I see that. I'm like, no, Phantasma.
okay.
Yeah. You watch Silvermop as those 4 then just turn and look at you.
Hello.
El Phantasma, your turn.
They all smile.
Oh,
All right. Okay. I want to roll inspired action.
Okay.
So, Will my inspired action override the fact that I can't summon my Phantom Link until my next turn?
You could, yeah.
Okay. So I basically want to Phantom Link swap here, and I want to Shadow Strike as many as these deaths as possible.
Okay. Roll me a concentration or focus to start.
Focus. Boop.
Pretty decent. All right. Roll me a acrobatics as well.
Acrobatics. No way I can fail this.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Roll me. Roll me a d4 plus 2.
A d4, and then a +2. That'll be 4.
That'll be 4. So
Hey, we didn't do anything with the death that was in the face.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh,
We'll cut back to that after El Phantasma. We'll cut back to it. So, El Phantasma, you may attack 4 times on any of the deaths that you want.
All right. So now I'm here, and then I guess I have a new Phantom Link up.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep.
I mean Shadow Link, not Phantom. Yeah. So I can roll this 4 times.
Yes, 4 times.
Oh, then 1 for each. Boop, 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 boop.
All right, so Shadow Strikes 4 times. So you see as a bunch of small shadowed blades start flying towards death as you're jumping across there, as you're swapping, even as you throw one from way back there. I'm not giving advantages for flavor. Goes over here and he throws them as well. I need you to make 3 defense, dodge, or toughnesses.
4.
4, sorry. I can count.
Can you though?
Ooh, that's a natural one catching up to you.
I'm just the math whiz.
All right, so the first one.
And that 20's returning.
Hits. The second one does not.
No.
No. The first one hits. Second one also barely hits. Third one, all 4 of them hit. Actually, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, they all hit.
So that so first one for each. So this one, he's still up because none of these have been hit. It's only actually this one I believe was hit. Correct?
Yes, yeah. I had to think about it. I couldn't remember if the one that went to the void or that one was hit, but yeah.
This one was hit. So that would be I'm gonna say the second strike. I think that one's down, correct? Or the 38.
Yes.
So that one
puts it out. You watch as it just kind of like slowly fades until just the eyes are staring at you and then go away.
Okay. And it hits all the other ones, but they are all still up at the moment. Okay.
Nobody messes with mis amigos.
So real quick, we're gonna jump back to the one we didn't do. So, Death and Ian, you both see a place that Death, you are not happy to be, as this is a place you've seen for quite a long time that you were trapped in up until recently. It's this endless expanse of just darkness that not even you can see through. Imagine a fog, on the worst fog you've ever seen, but just imagine it all black darkness.
El Phantasma's Black Pillar.
You hear rattling of chains and growls and the figures that are undistinguishable in size. But you see a boy in front of you that changes slightly, growing more demonic at the same time. It's almost like you see a grin start to pull across his face, going that's like stretching past what should be normal. So, what attack does he do?
Not.
Okay. He will just look at the boy. I'm guessing we're like floating. Like we're not really. Are we not?
It's
necessarily
almost.
anything?
Think of like a black stone, almost like a obsidian. Like
Okay.
cave.
And it just reaches forever.
Yeah, it just goes horizontally and vertically forever.
All right. Yeah, so I kind of come up to him and place a hand on his shoulder.
Hey.
Hey. Anyways, so yeah, just kind of come up and why don't you strike a deal?
That
Oh, what the
depends on
fuck?
deals, sir.
I'm sure you don't want to die again.
No. It wasn't fun the first time.
Then what would you like from me?
I want to go home.
And where is your home?
Earth. The land of the living. Outside of your reach, sir.
Purple, is it really outside my reach?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Touched Earth before.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Talked about this.
That's
The Four
fair.
Horsemen
That's
really
fair.
ruined Earth before.
Yeah.
He thinks
Death-
it's outside of your reach.
You kind of like see Death look around at like all the obsidian and everything that's just around him, and he looks back at you. I can do this, but I want no wealth, no land, no silver, no gold. Nothing will satisfy me but your soul. You will live a long life.
Okay, I have a question.
For who?
Okay. Here's a question, right? What if you just poofed all my friends back into the living, and then when I die, you know, however I die, you can torture me forever?
You just kind of like see Death like just give you this most blank stare, and he's like, "No matter what deal you take in the, you'll be my servant."
Wait, can I just live a fun life first?
Sure,
With death.
but my deal can only affect you.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is like you just my friends and me, we all just like go back to life, right? You feel me? And then when I die, I will be your servant forever.
Death holds out a hand.
Is this like that where we shake and we do the deal?
He gives you like this very slow nod.
Wait, so hang on. I just wanna let's recap, okay? No like premature deaths here. I get to live the life that I wanna live. Okay? No death BS over here with you and just you just murder me somehow. Okay?
I already told you once. Nothing outlives me. Time to me is nothing. You will live as long as a mortal can.
Then why the fuck were you mad at me?
Alright,
'Cause you
so
cheated
you're
him.
not gonna kill me. No BS. And when I die, I'm your servant forever.
Ian, roll me
Yes.
a d4.
Fudge.
He like looks at you, still like with his hand out, and he's like, "When we return, come and meet me. We will all have dinner and discuss how we will do this. But if you shake my hand, no harm, no death, no end of life shall happen to you."
But what about my friends?
He blinks and kind of looks away and then looks back. Elaborate.
My friend, like the like practically the only family I've ever had. Like, what about them?
You will all return to Earth.
And they'll live long lives as well.
If they wish to strike the same deal at dinner, yes. This deal right now is just for you. I can send you and all your friends. Okay.
What is this?
It's their choice. But let's not kill them before they get the chance to take the deal or not.
I like you.
So
please, demon, just take over.
By the way, I might be running out of time, so we gotta finish this up quick.
Ian,
Yeah, he still has his hand out.
Ian, we'll get back to you guys on your turn.
Okay.
This is like the cutaway scene, then it cuts back to the battle. So
Yeah, this is like when Kakashi was fighting Obito. Yeah, I got you.
Arya, your turn.
Here. I don't care if I get normal roll. But
If
okay.
you're flying, I can still see you.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, normal roll.
65 feet.
But I'm still 5
Okay.
feet away from Mr. Zombies over here. So
She wants to get that
will
quad
I
kill.
be able to hit the mini deaths if I hit the? No, okay. That's
Nah,
worth
not
it.
quite.
That's okay. I'm still gonna hit
Quad
these
kills on the
zombies.
spitters that are shooting at Jeffrey.
Hi.
I'm going to. I almost pressed last resort. I was gonna cry.
We all die.
Like, so much for the deal Ian had.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's
Oof.
even worse.
Oh, God.
No, none of those hit.
Yeah, that's fine.
As they all just kind of hold their heads for a second, and they like almost quiver as the sound passes through them, but none of them hit.
You all are cheating. I hope you know this. Hope you feel proud of yourself.
Oh yeah, you rolled like 3s and 4s.
That's unfortunate. All right, so
Back to Ian.
so Ian, as you go to possibly shake Death's hand, you
I
feel
wanted to say one
He
thing.
didn't say that yet.
okay.
So I wanted to say one thing before I
Okay.
would go to shake the hand. I'd say,
No, don't shake his
I'd
hand.
say, you know what? I'll just take it for me. I don't want to be selfish to the other party members.
You feel a ice cold hand on your shoulder, more of a claw than anything that's bigger than your
As
head.
I'm shaking it, I'm just gonna say, please guide them.
This is such a bad idea.
And you look at the hand that's on your shoulder, Ian. This claw-like hand that's bigger than your head. Death, you would see this black silhouette. No light from it. The only way you can tell is because it's darker than the black mist around you.
Oh, okay. Hi, Dad.
Can I try and just poof out of there right now?
You see something's not letting you.
Mr. Death, sir?
Have you shaked his hand yet?
Yeah, have we?
I don't know. Have you? This thing is almost, as you went to do it, specifically timed that moment to kind of startle you or stop you.
Shit, his own demon's like, bitch, you stupid, stop it.
Mr. Death, sir, I feel like there's something telling me not to do this.
You hear a
You
voice.
have
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You have my eternal word. You will not die. Sorry, I got tongue-tied.
That's all right.
My eternal world, come with me.
A whole new world.
Yeah, that's where I went to
Ian, you feel the grip on your shoulder tense just a little bit as it ducks down right next to your ear, looking at Death, but Death, you don't see any eyes or even a glow of them. And you hear the
hello?
breathing on your side of your cheek, but instead of warmth, it's even colder than the hand.
Hello?
It just says, "Careful, boy.
Who are you?
I'm you now.
Oh, are you that dude that's been, like, living in me?
Careful making a deal with a horseman."
Oh, do you want to be in with this? Oh, I'm sorry, I should have consulted you. My bad. You're not gonna kill me, right? Just clarify, please.
Are you asking Death or him?
No. I'm literally. Ian's like forgotten you're there.
Okay, all right.
He's like, Mr. Demon, sir, you're not gonna kill me.
Don't you want to kill Death?
Yeah, but I'm a little hurt right now. You know, I got stabbed a few times.
Fight him then.
Wait, but like,
Flip the sides.
what's our chances of winning?
High.
Really?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You see,
You're so
Basically,
enticing.
it's
But
make
death
a
is
deal
so
with
nice.
death or make a deal with Satan.
Death.
Okay, I have a
roll me
question.
a
Lives
roll me
inside
a
of him.
history check,
have-
date. Death.
Oh god.
Character, you said history?
Yeah, history or memory. Sorry, whichever one is there.
I guess
My
death
character
advantage
sheet,
on this.
like step, just like.
Sorry, by the way.
Okay, it just kept like slipping away from my click. It was like, no.
So I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
Okay.
But you recognize the voice, and the silhouette makes more sense for where you are in the abyss. This is an abyssal scourge.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
they're the ones that are supposed to clean out this area when it gets too filled with all the other horrible demons.
That's my bad.
And you had to avoid these things like the plague when you were trapped down here. They're not hard for you to avoid because they're not that mobile. And with the help of War and the others to kind of slow them down, they weren't that much of a problem. But being
I'ma just
within
let this
5 feet
happen.
of one that's now possessing this boy that's like then grows to 15 feet tall, now bearing down on you. And we'll get to that at the Ian's next turn.
So he didn't take the deal?
He didn't take the deal.
No, he didn't take the deal.
The demon
It was a
convinced
trap all along.
the demon convinced him to try to kill you instead. Okay.
I like this demon a little more, even though he tries to kill me every time he shows up.
No, I hate this demon. I want him to die.
This is the
As
first-
I'm doing
I would have taken the
as-
deal.
Wait, hang on. As I'm doing this,
wanna go
can I
home.
just say, can you not try and kill my friend this time?
There's no response as you just feel this cold spread from in between your shoulder blades and outwards as your arms extend wide and you feel wings sprout from your shoulders as you start to grow. A horrible grin spreads across your face, literally touching your ears. Jeffrey, it's your turn.
Hey, so, I mean, that was pretty intense over there, but I wasn't doing anything crazy. I just wanted to put my metal shield up in front of these guys.
Okay, if you want to go ahead and,
And
put it there.
Yeah, so that, like, you know,
Yeah.
here-ish.
Gotcha.
And then I want to push it forward with magnetism.
Right.
And then also heat it.
Okay, so they take 10 damage. They are all still up, but they are all knocked back 5 feet and are currently prone.
The fact that you can do that
My
with an
babies.
inspired action is just incredible.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
Well, I haven't put anything in anything else. It's literally just my magnetism that I have.
It really is.
All right, Mop, your turn. One
let
of
it
the
poke.
deaths
I mean,
disappeared.
Oh my god.
You poke El Phantasma and say that.
Elf and Pokemon.
Poke Phantasma.
I want to poke El Phantasma.
Elf and poke.
You spend 4 action points poking El Phantasma. I'm kidding. All right, what do you do?
I'm making my way over.
Making my way downtown, walking fast,
I'm sorry.
with a bucket on my
okay.
head.
Wait, can I make it that far? Yeah, fine. I'll just make it.
Are you coming to me?
No, he's running the fuck away.
Oh.
You
Hey, hello!
roll me an acrobatics, Mop.
Got it!
Jumps from one roof.
Yeah, you
falls to
kind
the
of you
ground.
see as he's
Oh,
on this
shit.
bucket, like you know the janitor like carts. He's on that. He just uses his mop to push off and like kick flips it as he jumps across the
I
buildings.
wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, he wants to fucking leave.
I don't want to deal with this right now.
All right, what are you doing?
I'm
That was
gonna
2 action.
ice storm
Oh, I saw
these
yeah.
guys.
Ice
Oh,
storm.
wait, two
no, you're
actions?
good. You're good there because it's only
Okay.
it's only one because you didn't have to get on it because you're already on it from before.
And it requires me an action to yell out something?
No. You
Okay.
can say it.
Hey, Daniel!
Eh.
Can you, touch my shoulder real quick?
All
If you
right.
know what I'm saying, heal me, please. I really would like it.
All of them save.
That's not surprising.
Does me feel better?
Daniel, it's your
All
turn.
right. Well.
Good job,
All right. I ain't gonna use inspired action for this, so I'm. I'm just gonna create a portal, and it's gonna go right by Mop's feet, and then I'm just.
It's not my shoulder.
I'm going tip it down.
32 away.
Portal's June sized.
All right, I'll fight you. Here, no, you know what? Instead, I'm gonna do this.
Oh.
All right.
Just dissolve. That's so good.
Anyway,
He's done that. Oh.
that's one. That's your turn. All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
He's dead.
Ashley, you're up.
Okay. What just happened? Sorry, I was really into the.
I dissolved.
Mop ran away, asked for healing, and then Daniel healed him.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Jeffrey put up a
also I
shield.
did a wall thing.
Yep, wall
You
thingy
did a wall
and bonked
thing, I
them.
did the
Bonk
wall
bonk.
thing. Can I see over this wall since I'm on the tallest building right now? Or
Not because they're prone and against the wall. You wouldn't really have line of sight. You do have line of sight on this one, however, pretty easily.
I don't care about that one.
That's the one that's been shooting at Aria.
Care.
The zombie starts to cry acid.
I'm gonna do another inspired action.
You just throwing these out here.
I know I don't tend to use them then. This is kind of fun. And once again, I'm gonna launch myself up in the air. And I'm gonna disregard all the zombies near me because I know my friends can deal with those. And the ones that are taking away the deaths that are taking away pestilence, and the deaths that are near El Phantasma.
Ooh, I don't think you can see the deaths that take.
When she launches herself up way into the area.
They're phasing.
Oh, well,
I'm a sniper. Done. My distances are insane.
Well, he did say that they were going through the building, however.
Phase through the buildings, yeah.
That's my bad.
Okay, I didn't know that
That
one.
is my fault. So if you
Okay.
want to take that
That's
inspired action back, you can. If you'd rather just
I'm
shoot at other people without it. Like, if you just wanted to fire this way or something.
Yeah, because you can see them without launching.
Yeah. Okay.
We'd love to be your friend.
Yeah. I'll just shoot at those guys.
Let's get to my turn.
Let me think of something here real quick. Nah, I'm just gonna shoot them. I'm just gonna shoot the ones next to El Phantasma, the deaths.
Okay, one at each.
One at each for now. Whichever the first one hits, I want to add vindictive damage onto
Okay.
it. But wait. I just wanted to ask: do the death replicas know where I am, or is it just Death himself?
They're all dead.
Okay, cool. Then never mind. It doesn't get vindictive damage.
We are one. We are
Yeah, they would know where you are. Yeah.
Because that's what he stated. The first,
Yeah, he did.
The first thing he stated was that he knows where I am always.
You like as you jump up, you see all three just suddenly shift and look at you like,
As 3 defense, dodge, or toughness, please. Yeah. 4 hits.
This job is too dangerous.
Hits and hits. Stop rolling well. So I believe that
Cool.
takes all 3 of those down.
let's see, hang on. The first one
32,
let me
39,
see.
and 39 from the damage they've also taken before.
Hang on.
No, I need one.
The first one is still standing, I believe.
The first one, alright. So the other 2.
Okay, I have one more action point. Can I shoot the only one standing?
Yep, you can.
I'm sorry. That one was
it just hit.
unintentional.
I mean, if you natural 20, I think your natural 20 is higher, so you have a chance. It's like
that was unintentional. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
you got it on the advantage. So no.
Yeah.
As it disappears. All right.
And I have my turn.
All right. There's not that many zombies left, but they're going to get up, scramble up, and all fire at Arya. So Arya, I need you to make 8. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 defense, dodge, or toughnesses, please.
I will try my best.
You need to get that if you want.
I know, and we're leveling up after this.
Before anything.
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
that's for
Wait, I was about to hit Screech for some reason. Okay. 10 dodges?
10 dodges.
Okay. 1,
9.
2,
Nah, just put it up there.
3, 4, 5,
Go,
6,
Arya.
7,
That's pretty darn good.
8,
God damn.
9,
Oh my
10.
god.
She's doing backflips.
All right, the
She's
lowest-
an entire gymnastics
Well, the thing
I'm
is-
routine.
also mad that she gets expertise and I don't get expertise.
Yeah, this is part of the bird thing that she took. But
I
however,
know
it makes her have very low health even at high
literally
levels.
never use defense.
So you get hit once on the second attack. Is it
But she has evasion, so it's half damage.
yes, half damage. She uses her reaction to take half damage. So instead of taking 32, you take 16.
I'm so glad Arya ate that bird.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, that ends their turn because those are the only zombies
I'm
left.
so glad that bird took-
This one,
almost took
purple.
my life.
No, they all have fired at her. That was why it was 10 instead of 8.
Oh, okay.
Athena, your turn.
Fuck my life. Okay.
All the deaths are currently out of sight, and there's
I
no
know.
enemies to attack at the moment.
God, fuck.
End initiative. No.
There's just me.
Oh.
Well, maybe in a second. Who knows?
I have an idea, and I think I'm gonna have to use an inspired action to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do an inspired action. I'm gonna put precog on myself, and then I want to use searching thought telepathically. And I'm kind of what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look back in time over here. Just look back so I can see them, so I can communicate with them. Does that make sense?
Roll me an ingenuity or mental, please.
Okay.
Let's see. Not
25?
25? I'll say
Yeah.
you have actual real life 6 seconds. Say go, and then I'll start counting down.
Shit. Go. What? Oh, wait. I was supposed to start.
Sorry,
I thought you were gonna say start.
I'll give you one retry.
I thought you were gonna say start.
No. As soon as you say go, start saying your message, and then I'll count.
Okay. Go. Where are you? Are you okay? Are you coming back? And I'm sending it to both of them.
Okay, that's all you get.
And I'm sending it to both of them. Is in the message.
Death 2?
Yeah.
Death 2. I'm sending it to both of you. I'm
thing
like,
is,
Death just went to the abyss. Is
While
Death
you,
okay?
While
Like,
you look back
what
in
is going
time
on?
to send it to them, they do get it in real time.
Yes.
So the demon version of Ian hears that and disregards it. Death, you hear that
Can
as
I
well.
try and like get in the front, like get in the passenger seat of the car?
It is very concerned.
Demon's driving.
Welcome to having a fucking host? No.
No. You're
Am I still in the trunk?
You are basically locked in the trunk with a blindfold on.
God damn it.
And earmuffs in, so you do not hear it.
Welcome to the party. So relatable.
Can I just like
You
try?
don't get a reply, but they heard that.
Okay.
Bustlins, roll me a death save.
Try and get in the passenger seat, please. On my turn.
Really?
Natural 1. That's really close.
Oh,
Nice. He's
I
already
still
at
have
3
Death's
kills.
Gate, right?
because of Death's Gate.
Yeah, gatekeeper.
Or sorry, Gatekeeper. My bad.
Death, your turn.
Okay.
You feel a bunch of yours just die while these ones are moving farther and farther away.
All right. So.
And the one is in there.
Hi, baby.
Abyssal Scourge.
I would like to start with the one that's with the Scourge.
Okay.
So can the boy that was talking to, does he see me or is he just gone?
He's gone. That black form kind of just went behind him and just into the back of him and just became him and then grew to a 15-foot fall Abyssal Scourge.
Okay. So you can't hear me, nothing. He's gone. He's out
It's
of sight,
only
out
the
of mind.
demon now.
Okay. Yeah, so basically Death just like holds both his hands out, like palms up, and goes, "You've tried for so long, but you will never get me." And then that version of him fades away.
Okay.
At the same time, so do all these versions, except for one, who's continuing to carry Pestilence.
Okay.
And then all of the party here, not that guy, fuck that guy. Everyone else who is here, you guys just see slowly, first the green eyes appear in front of you before the form begins like to take a bit more of a physical shape. And he bows before you and says, "You are all cordially invited to my dinner. Come and find me."
And we just got a mental dinner invite.
Yep.
Just got a mental dinner invite by
You just got a,
Death.
you got a spirit evite.
Yep. And he like, no, you don't. I mean,
Can he?
Yeah.
You can hear what we say.
You can always try. I'll let Death know
Well,
if he
you
hears
would
it or not.
hear like I don't know if you can hear her mentally, but like probably she would have whispered under her breath, "Dear God, what the fuck happened?" Like type of thing.
Happened.
Okay.
So what
Okay.
Wait, what did Death say exactly?
You were formally invited to his dinner party. Come and find me.
No, Purple, you said cordially.
Cordially.
God.
you
sorry,
are
my bad.
cordially invited to my dinner party.
IRL, what does cordially mean?
I know
Be polite, yeah. He's like,
Graciously.
No. I know what it means. Jeffrey does not know what it means.
Basically, it means like parlay, like no fighting.
parlay, come help.
I know what it means. Jeffrey does not know what it means.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
your low
I
intelligence.
don't. I didn't even know it was a word that existed.
Well, that's because
Why
you
was
also
he
speak
talking about
Spanish.
corgis?
So,
Gorgeous.
for the moment, probably not for very long, but for the moment, we're out of combat.
really quickly, I still have a blood mark on pestilence. Am I sensing where
You
the
are-
direction of
you
where
are in
pestilence is
fact
being headed?
sensing them heading very quickly away from you.
I'm
How
heading
long
towards
do
you,
you-
Daniel.
Southward.
How long?
I'm going to
does
bring
this
us back
last?
to the
It's
capital.
1,000 feet.
I'm assuming
Okay.
we've finished off the other 5 zombies.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say because those are the only ones left. Jeffrey and Arya just kind of do a couple more screeches. Phantasma mop. Jeffrey kind of tips
Jeffrey
the
does
wall
the
over,
screech.
tips the wall over, and just they all just splat. Especially with a natural 20.
God, I love that
And
sound.
of course, after every combat, I go around patching everybody up.
Okay.
Thank
Everything's back
I
to
do
full.
everything within my power to keep that demon in the abyss.
Okay,
Roll
can
me a D100 real quick, and then go ahead, Jeffrey. This is a reference point. You were all here.
Fuck!
You didn't ping. Oh,
I
there.
didn't want to do it the first time.
I'm gonna die.
That's all the
Well, you
power I
have full
have from in the
health.
trunk.
I know.
That's
So.
all the power I have from in the trunk.
So, you don't see anything. You don't feel anything. You're just currently gone, walking in abyss. The rest of you,
I start yelling. They're going there. They're going over there. They're going over there. And I keep pointing in the direction that they're heading.
Do we
because
really
I-
want to kill Pestilence if we're trying to meet up with Death?
I
I
think
wanna
Death's
fly.
taking him back where Death is gonna be.
Pestilence
It's
is dead.
literally Death walking with Pestilence, guys. Look at it.
Good plan.
Pestilence is dead. Who cares?
Let's
He's
go.
not dead. They disappear when they die. He's like just
Death can
mangled.
control when people die. What makes it-
Obviously, he's dead.
But
So
yeah,
then what's
it's-
the point in chasing after?
I'm
Because
already
we don't
gonna
need to
start
chase
flying to
us.
where Death is where Ashley's pointing.
you're gonna fly off in that direction. Okay.
Yeah.
You start going ahead of everybody.
I'm making sure everyone's okay, and then I'm ushering everyone in that direction.
Okay.
Hey Ari, remember last time when you left our group and split us up? Maybe you shouldn't fly in that direction.
It'll be fine.
No, it
Action portal.
won't.
No se preocupe. Don't worry. I'll catch up with him.
You see El
I can
Phantasma
save myself.
ghost strides and catches up with you
I'm
fairly
gonna
quickly.
get on Sophia, apparently.
And Sophia, they all are going
Well, I
with you
guess
now.
I'm also portaling towards that direction.
Okay, but where's Ian?
I'll pull Ashley onto the dog with me.
No,
Let's go.
no, I'm not leaving without Ian. And she platforms off of the dog.
Yeah, me neither.
Suit yourselves. We're gonna actually do some work while you guys diddle daddly with that stupid cat. I bet he's in the
Look,
abyss
Ian's in
again.
the abyss. He'll catch up.
We don't know that for sure.
I saw that.
Ashley,
actually.
whoa. Athena, you were there for me when my demon took over. You
I'm
could
gonna be
please
there
be
for
there
him.
for Ian.
I am. But I think the best bet is to catch up with Death because that's who he disappeared with.
Well,
Death would know.
he disappeared on his own behalf, not because of death, but sure.
He
Sadie,
disappeared with
can
Death.
you
He took
see
Death
Ian?
into the abyss. Death somehow got out. He probably got out with Ian.
Sadie said
normal.
that Ian's still here, but not here. Kind of the way that it was last time.
You could check again.
Yeah,
check
go.
again.
You see your eyes kind of flash red for a second, and that ping goes out. You see you both of your hearts drop. You don't sense him within 1,000 feet, maybe even farther.
Wait, no, he's gone.
We've got to catch up with Death. He's the only one who knows what happened to Ian. Come on, we need you to track them.
With how much you guys are talking and how fast Death is moving, wouldn't we be out of
It's
range?
1,000 feet.
Your
Yeah.
death is moving pretty quick. They'll be out of the range pretty soon, but most of the party is already left and following that direction, so they're just going in that direction, hope they find it.
Yeah.
Arya and El Phantasma, roll me a survival to go the way you think they might have gone.
Alright, survival.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
No.
El Phantasma,
Well, those are two
you
contrasting.
just kind of give up and you're like, oh, Arya's going that way, I'm gonna go that way. And then everybody starts following Arya, who's just
Well,
a
I did
little
say
ahead
I
of
was gonna
right now.
follow Arya, so that makes
I'm
sense.
sticking with Ashley.
I'm riding a surfboard.
Okay. They're almost out of my range, so I'm just gonna keep going. Just follow the blood trail, and I'm going to keep blood dashing in their direction to keep up. Yeah.
It's almost like a long range version of like the Inkling. That's kind of bouncing through the.
Yeah.
It's basically what this is.
Come on, Jeffrey.
But it's blood.
It's just
not
blood
ink.
splatters on the ground.
Can I grab Jeffrey so we're moving faster?
Whoa. I've already made a statement. I'm going that direction.
You're in a surfboard that's going.
I mean, he's not letting you, so roll me in athletics.
He's the silver
For Sophia.
surfer.
Very slow.
Versus his athletic.
Wait, I have to. Okay.
Yeah. Sophia's trying to snatch you off of this. Grabs you behind the leg, and you're just. You're not even hitting the ground because of how fast she's moving. You're just kind of not hydroplaning. I don't know, whatever it's called for when can't remember the term right now. What keeps a plane up, basically, is what's happening in your body.
Aerodynamics.
I could be really mean, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I mean you're going at probably 120 miles an hour until you catch up with the group, and then you slow down. Then you get pulled on if you want to.
Purple.
Yes.
Can I do I just keep rolling death saving throws until I wake up, or would you?
I'm gonna say after a little while, Death is able to kind of help bring you back up.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. So.
Yeah, you wake up to Death punching you in the heart.
That would help if there wasn't a giant hole in his chest.
Yeah.
What happened?
The chest is back, and then it's punched.
What happened? Why are you punching? Where are we? Why
Shut
are
up.
you here? Oh, hi.
Wake up.
So, Death, you have arrived, moving very quickly, at the very large building you've kind of been using as your headquarters.
Whoa, we get the bad guy's perspective. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
You know that there are a couple people in various different rooms that you've been interrogating, as well as a dinner all set up.
Yeah, I snap my fingers and bring forth all the people who have signed their soul to me in their servant garb. They're very butlerly looking, all right? Don't hate on them, okay? Anyways, they all just line up and get ready to serve.
Okay, cool. The rest of you.
Oh.
Caroline knocked over her water bottle.
Someone die. Dang it, stop it.
Anyway, all of you are traveling forward. A couple of you a little bit farther behind. Arya just in front of everybody, leading them there. Takes you a little while, but you see this large building. One of the few skyscrapers that are... It's almost like the ones around it were purposely knocked down. You see a few tanks nearby almost guarding it, and they kind of track your progress as you come in. As well as some soldiers, some various undeads, as well as a few of the large gunner-like ones. But they don't stop you.
Hello.
Just watch. As this large black skyscraper, with the light that there is reflecting off of it. Jeffrey, roll me a mental save real quick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yay! I'm so excited to make
If
this
they are
mental
fucks
saving
for us,
throw.
And before best. Oh my god.
That is possibly the best roll I've ever had.
You hear
Probably still
a
not enough.
voice in your head say, "Be careful there, big boy.
Dang it.
If you go down, the other one pops her final move. Should be fun watching the building collapse. But don't worry. You'll be fine. Have fun."
See, I really wish I knew Daniel had this information.
He's grinding his teeth.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Athena. Oh yeah. Do you really think it's a good idea to go in?
Do we really have another choice? We don't know where Ian is.
I'm gonna look at
Also,
Ashley.
it'd be really...
Can you sense him now?
What happened?
You mean you're gonna look at Sadie?
Wait, what
Sadie's a
happened?
member of our group too.
Well, I look at Ashley, not Sadie. There.
Oh.
I'm being racist towards demons.
I mean, after this point, I don't really blame him.
What are you asking, Sadie?
No, I'm asking you, Ashley. Can you sense him now?
You see.
I've been following the heartbeat.
Yeah, you all. He's talking about Ian, I think.
Oh, no, I don't feel
You can
anything.
check again.
I rolled
Okay.
to check again.
Well, just now. It's like works on a radar. She's not.
Yeah, it is.
You
it is
see
like a radar.
as nothing for a little bit, and then maybe you check it a couple other times as you're walking forward. You get a as he's up towards the top of the building.
Give me a second, and I'm gonna blood dash to the top of the building.
This is much, much, much too tall of a building. This is hundreds of stories. Yeah, on a flat sky.
Look with my pen out.
Okay.
Look at my pal.
I mean, you can really try, but it'd be possibly dangerous.
Okay.
To go up. It's like, think of very, very, very tall, mostly just glass on the outside.
Empire State Building?
Not quite. Think very like thin, like narrow, but very tall.
Okay.
So, like the Washington Monument, 10 times higher.
Sure.
Honing in how much sticky knowledge I have gotten from Ian's sliminess, I'm going to inspired action climb this motherfucking building.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics. Very high, DC.
Ooh.
You start to climb it.
Can,
You take a very long time to get to the top. Probably a few hours.
What do you mean a few hours to get to the top?
It's hundreds of stories.
Very, very.
I wanted to ask if it was possible for me to sneak into her shadow and just go along with the ride.
Not quite.
Okay.
You guys are just outside
Can
of
I
it.
fly next to a zombie and be like, yo, which floor is he on?
If I know it's gonna take hours, then I'm not gonna do it, because that's stupid. You didn't say hours, you said it was
I wanna
probably
try
100
something.
floors.
Hundreds, I said.
Hundreds.
He said hundreds.
Oh, hundreds! I thought it was 100.
I thought it was 100 floors.
You both said
No,
100.
he said hundreds of stories.
Can I
Oh,
try
just-
to I see Arya do that?
Can
I'm
you lead me to Mr. Deadpool?
just kind of gonna sigh and walk in the building.
I'm just so like you guys are at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch like the undead just open the door and like bow and let you in.
Yeah, I'm walking in.
I'm patting one of their heads and then walking in.
Jeffrey's gonna
Falls
wipe
off.
himself off and
It,
walk in.
You
Arya,
see,
no touchy.
you see as you enter though, and the doors of the undead have opened it. You see there's more butler-like, servant-like garb, but they look normal, almost human-like, except they're very soulless. Their skin is drawn tight about them, very gaunt, very pale. They don't.
Shadows
We
under
don't
their
recognize any of
eyes.
these
Ashley's
What
Do
Ashley
you?
Ashley's
Do we?
beelining to the any way to go up, but I wanted you to answer Athena first.
Do we?
Do we recognize any of these people?
Roll a history check.
All of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody that really
mean
feels the
memory?
character would do it. Memory, yeah.
Yeah, I always look for history and I'm like, where?
I did that on purpose. What are you talking about? Okay.
We're rolling pretty high.
Jeffrey's not going to as soon as I can find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys all look at a few of these people, and you're getting a good look at all of them. None of them look familiar. Fortunately, you think.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And again,
All right.
beelining to where we can go up. Is there an elevator?
There is, in fact, an elevator.
Okay. She's like tapping a million times on the elevator button. If there is a button.
You see, is almost as you walk over to it, there's a person stationed by the door that presses the button for you, and just kind of sits with his hands behind his back,
That's creepy.
dressed in a very doorman kind of fashion.
Dormant.
Excuse me, weird zombie sir. Does this elevator go to the ceiling? The roof, sorry?
It will be taking you up to Death's Dinner.
But I need to go to the roof.
It will take you up as far as death.
But I need to go to the roof. Where can I do that?
You may enter the elevator.
I
You
think
see?
I can help you with that.
As it opens.
How
This way,
big is the elevator?
please, everyone.
Big enough for us to fit? All of us? Or do we have to take
It's a
trips?
big elevator. It's like they could probably fit like 20, 30 people if you really wanted to.
Take you as far as
What floor is it taking us to when we go inside and see the...
What floor is it taking them to? Yeah.
Please be the penthouse.
Oh, it just keeps going. You don't see anything lit up. It just begins to go up, and the little like display on top just begins to count the numbers as it slowly speeds up.
So, how fancy is this place?
I know, it's like we're about to scare.
It's very ritzy. It's kind of like akin to the club, the restaurant that you went to in New Vizio.
We need some elevator music. Like that awkward kind of stuff, that'd be funny.
Daniel immediately whips out his boombox. No.
I never took death to be, como se dice, fancy.
Athena in the elevator is going to give Daniel a hug.
Wait, what?
Thank you.
That's the music you hear while going up.
Athena is giving Daniel a hug.
What's this for?
And then she's gonna smack you on the back of the head.
Okay. I just, you know, my hand is yellow and I'm like scratching where you hit.
That is for almost dying.
I can't control
And the hug is
that.
for not dying.
Okay, Mom, what the hell was that tornado?
I don't know. I just started spinning around and hoped something happened.
Two watery hands behind him just start pointing. Like,
I'm pretty sure it was Puddle Boy, but... By the way, thank you, Puddle Boy. I pull out go for a fist bump.
You see, he kind of misses and gives you a high five instead. And it's like the hand freaks out for a second.
Damn it, we need to work on this. I thought we were better friends than this. Alright, whatever. We'll work on it. Fine.
Also, you all can thank me for the wall.
Yes.
Jeffrey!
What?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm just glad most of you are good.
Daniel!
What?
Are you okay?
I will be.
Well, I'm gonna help. I will heal Torn.
No, I'm full health.
Everyone healed
I don't
up
care.
already, yeah.
Yeah, I already healed everyone up. And I'm
She's
like,
still
Arya,
really healed.
Arya, stop.
What?
It's not a physical damage.
Oh,
We need to find Ian.
So,
that's true.
real fast. Ian,
It's
roll
gonna-
me a
You're in
d4.
the elevator.
Ashley's really sad in this elevator, by the way.
Ian's
So it's
just
like
in the elevator with us.
the most upset and anxious she's ever seen her.
The
He rolled another 3. Wow.
death. As you're preparing for them to arrive any moment now, you hear a on the roof. And you sense a dark presence.
Athena's rubbing Ashley's back.
He's pinching the brow of his nose.
You see as that same demonic figure kind of just fades through the roof and sits in your chair that you're about to probably sit down in,
Oh,
and kind of
God.
leans over the side, just
Ian,
bares
what
its
did you
teeth at you.
do?
Yeah, Death didn't know about the fact
You
that
haven't seen
he can go through worlds.
Oh, wait, so
You'd
we're
also
not in the elevator?
notice that it's not full demonic form. It's actually more like the boy in terms of size. There's a bit of less scales on him. There's more spikes all over his body, going from like his wrist, on the outside of his wrist to his elbow and up the shoulders.
He looks like Zach.
You see, he just kind of smiles at you and just gives you like a 3-fingered wave. His tail's kind of swishing behind him.
You could move, and I motion to a different chair.
Make me.
Oh, this guy.
I'm just glaring at him. Now is not the time.
It seems like the perfect time to embarrass you.
Sounds like Ian.
You have made the perfect time to lick the shit off my shoes if you keep talking.
Ding! The elevator just opens and as they heard that.
Found him.
Found him.
You see, it almost
Who's
looks
that?
like Ian. That's weird because at the same time it doesn't.
When I sense the heartbeat, is it Ian's heartbeat?
Yes.
Okay. Ian? And I'm gonna
Death.
go a little bit too close to both Death and this demon.
What does Death do?
Before you do that, Death does hold his hand up to tell you all to stop. Just like to not get that close.
I slightly disregard
I'm
Death and continue
Yeah,
with
I
doing
want
what I
to
was
portal
doing.
directly behind the demon, and I want a heroic action.
Okay.
I want to help.
All happening at once. Here we go. They don't
I
talk.
want-
Fades away.
Yeah,
Goes
I want
to the other side.
I want to pull an Athena. I'm going to focus all of the memories that Ian and I shared, all the good ones, sort of bad ones because it's mostly bad ones, but just all those memories. I want to flood Ian's mind, sort of pushing the demon back.
Ian, roll me a mental save.
I want to help.
Can you net 20 this, please?
No, he wants to fail this.
Oh.
Should be easy then, right?
Jonas?
I'm going to
He
die.
has no audio. Roll me a mental, Ian. His audio fucked up.
God damn it, Jonas.
Alright. So as this is all...
He rolled a mental?
No, he did not. I'm gonna have to roll for him in just a second. If you-
Oh god.
Wait, I'm back.
Okay. Ooh, he's back. Roll me a mental.
Oh, no.
As Daniel's trying to flood your mind with memories.
Yes.
Yes.
Roll me a d4 now.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
You see as the demon kind of just kind of sitting there in the chair. You see his eyes go wide, and you see they go from black to Ian's green,
Ian?
and then back again, and then back.
Ian, come on! Come on, you got this!
Athena, a little help.
Snap out of it, Ian!
I want to do it when his eyes turn green to block out the demon.
And I'm running up to Ian now. Sorry, Death. Hi, bye-bye.
Death has moved to the other side of the table.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
I've
okay,
already
okay, cool,
like
cool.
the
I thought
moment
you
you
were
guys
stopping
kept you guys kept doing stuff, he just moved to the side and he's just watching you guys now with curiosity.
I'm gonna just go sit down at the table.
Yeah, you got half the groups over here. The other half is
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, they got this.
I'm with
I
Arya
am
and
very
Death
bright.
right now.
Okay.
Don't look at me. I
I'm
might
right in
blind
front
you.
of-
I also look at Death and be
Ian.
like, don't worry, this happens all the time.
We're so chill with them now. We're gonna die.
You see, however, you see it kind of fades to like a dark green instead.
Dark
Ian?
green.
Ian. I'm like cupping his face. Ian.
You see there's a bit of recognition there, but it's not fully.
What do I get with a searching thought?
You sense that Ian's watching, but wants to stay.
You cut out
What?
twice.
You sense that Ian's watching, but wants to stay.
Wants to stay with the demon?
Yeah.
Ian, come on.
I'm gonna
You got
trust him
this?
on this.
You see,
And I'm
shakes
gonna-
his head now, and just points where Death is.
When I see this, I let
What
out.
happened?
okay.
Athena is now looking at Death.
He's sorry, I was typing. He's like looking kind of like at what's going on, and like you see him look mildly impressed, and then stroke his chin for a moment. We went to a different place.
Let me
And-
see.
The abyss.
Can you let me see?
Are you asking to go into Death's mind?
Yeah,
I
yes,
am.
she is.
Sure, that's something you want to do.
Oh my god.
Control what she
Athena,
sees.
roll me a mental save with disadvantage.
Oh my god. Athena, why do you think this is okay for you to do? Why do you think that you're gonna lose your memories again? Bye, Athena.
Okay.
So you see Athena just kind of stand there confidently, and then her jaw kind of goes slack, her face blank. You see the right eye begin to twitch a little bit.
I can use this as a reaction.
No, you're not mentally there right now.
One, do.
Oh, okay.
You see, for a second, you see then her face just visibly fade from her normal skin tone to practically white.
I rushed her.
She's seeing all the death
You
stuff.
see she falls
I'm right
forward a
next to
little bit, and you just kind of catch her and keep her from standing. Athena, you just saw so many deaths over and over, horrible tragedies, as well as people you know that aren't dead, what their death could be, as well as souls that are just lost endlessly.
Well, anybody in the party? Did she see their death?
Yeah, that's the only ones I would really care about.
The only thing she sees, Sophia,
Horrid.
if she's Daniel, see all of them
horrible.
in seconds, at the same time overlapping. It's overwhelming even for your powerful mind. And you see your death exactly when it will happen. And that's when you snap out of it.
Okay.
It's simply the passage of time that you play with seems to have no meaning to the mind you just looked into.
You kind of see Death's head tilt a little bit to the side, kind of like that like puppy dog confused look.
I think Athena would be overwhelmed for a second and then extremely curious. Like, very, like, wants to do it again, but it's like, do I want to go through that again?
And at the same time, you also see Pestilences walked out, but looking very different.
He's pretty.
White
still
dress, white hair, still coughs a little bit and still has the voice that they have, but I imagine, Pseudo can confirm this, but like a beautiful grandmother almost. Just
Yeah,
in a
basically.
white regal dress and
Like,
hair tied back.
She
around
looks
her.
like that grandmother you would have that looks like she's much younger than how old she actually is.
Hey, look, it's Martha White.
I'm just picturing I misspelled the name. I'm just picturing Elena from fucking Game of Thrones now.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Okay, I don't
She
mean
just
to
looks
get
at her and was
really,
like,
I don't mean to get really angry at all of you guys, but why the fuck are you all doing really, really bad decisions? And she yells that last part, and she's specifically looking at Ian and Athena.
Says the kid who tried to climb a skyscraper.
I didn't, because if it was if it was hours long to do it, then she wouldn't have done it.
Right, but you
You're
attempt.
looking through time right now. You're in a different universe.
You're in a different universe, I promise.
She thought about it.
She thought about it.
So, but
Pestilence just looks at you all at your question because you're mortals and that's your nature.
That's too.
Nods in agreement. Looking at Grandma.
I wouldn't
Athena's a
say
little
that
out of it right now.
caused all of the death
So-
of Earth.
No, you didn't.
Is the food or not?
Yeah.
I would really like some toasted strudels right now.
You just see Death take this long inhale and then go, if you would all like this.
That's in character as he begins to talk.
Siblings.
You guys just see this, like, it's a very long, very shiny, like, black slab of a table with nice high back chairs. Death pulls out the chair for Pestilence to allow her to sit, and then he takes a seat at the opposite head of the table, glaring at the demon.
I just wanna point out, I usually sit at like the side of the end of the table.
So you're
I'm
sitting right next to Death?
I'll sit on
Yeah.
the other side next to Death.
Well, I think Pestilence probably would be sitting to the right of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pestilence
So
is directly to
Mop
the
is
right.
sat on the other one, and you sit, maybe
Okay.
sitting next. You're sitting next to Pestilence.
Yeah, I'll sit
Okay.
next to Pestilence.
I'll sit across from them.
I am going to
can
sit
be squishy
to
together.
the right of Ian, and then I'm going to set Athena to the right of me.
Can I
Okay.
sit in the dead center of the table?
Okay. Yeah.
Like on the table?
No, he means in the
Not
middle
all
on
of
the one side.
Yes.
Ashley folds her arms and says, "I'm not eating dinner with you," and she's going to lean on the wall behind Ian.
Ooh, really showing him.
He, like, motions at her and
She
goes,
gives you
if,
dagger eyes.
if you sit and eat, I can help you, maybe fix your friend.
Come on,
Ooh,
Ash.
showed him.
I mean, he can do that.
So Death.
if she doesn't sit, if she stays like
Hold on.
standing like that,
You see as the demon kind of shifts and looks at you, Ashley, kind of leaning around the chair.
Please, Ashley, sit.
Fuck that!
That's crazy.
Okay, that's even creepy for me.
Her scowl kind of turns into like a soft face, very confused as she's looking at this demon.
Don't make me
You see as the
sit your butt
demon
down on that chair.
smiles as his crooked grin on the right side, and then he winks his eye that's facing towards you.
I look back
And
to
goes
Ashley.
back.
I'm like, sit for now. You don't have to eat. Just hear the man out, and then we
I
can
can
kill
hear
him.
him from here.
Can I be like patting Pestilence's back too? Like just to help her get out the cough.
You walk over right behind Pestilence.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me, I'm just here to help you cough.
you watch Death hold his hand. Don't. If you do that, it will just never stop.
Oh.
Yeah, don't.
Is it pat on the head?
Yeah,
Unless you want to lose that hand, I would suggest not to touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Death does look at Phantasma because I think that's the one that took
Yeah,
Death. Right? Yeah, he looks at you and kind of like quirks one of his silver eyebrows up.
Since you control who goes in and out of hell, correct or no?
Yes, I choose if you go to hell or heaven.
Does that power apply to your fellow horsemen as well?
Yes, no one escapes death. And as he says that, he snaps his fingers, and all the servants bring like platters that they, from the right-hand side, bring down in front of you, and then take the lids off. And everyone on the right-hand side of the table, you have these double-deckered like burgers with bacon and melting cheese on it. Everyone on the left-hand side, you have these deep dish, just lovely, like amazing pizzas. It can be whatever kind you want it to be.
From the wall, Ash is gonna be like, so no one escapes death but Zach and a couple other demons.
He kind of like looks at which one's Zach?
Zach is
I
the
feel
one
like-
that basically beat you guys up over and over again in the Bist while you were trapped there just for fun.
Gotcha.
Because you guys didn't have a chance against him, it seemed. Not at your weakened strength anyway.
I wasn't at my full capability, and even then, I'm eternal. Sooner or later, no matter what they do, I will reap them too.
Why don't you go do it now? He seems wide open. You have an entire town that's fled.
If you sit, we can talk about such things.
Pestilence has begun eating her burger.
As soon as she
Okay, I guess I'm eating burger.
yeah. Pestilence on the right hand side, so it's burger if you're sitting next to Pestilence. If you use the fork and knife as you cut in, cheese just oozes out of the burger. If you just bite in, you suddenly just have an explosion of cheese in your mouth.
El Phantasma being El Phantasma, he's gonna be using the fork and knife.
No,
I'm using my hands. I'm like, for death.
You had a pizza, so I'm gonna trade plates with you, Steinar, if you want the burger.
I'm eating anything.
He's just eating everything, kind of leaning over because there's extra chairs. He's just like, he's like grabbing things. You see, as
mouth
he
is
takes off his helmet, he's just this first time that any of the horsemen has seen him without his helmet off. He's just gorgeous, by the way.
With
Stunningly.
baking, with grease all over my face.
Yeah, then he becomes less.
And then I use the mop to like wipe up. Use this as a napkin. This stuff was super freaking good.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Swallow.
You kind of get used to it.
And I start to swallow. I'm like, so Death, this stuff is really delicious and all, but do you have any toaster strudels? I haven't had one for a few days, and
He really loves toast.
I'm
I think it's
having
been good for him, to be honest.
withdrawals.
You just watch as he raises his hand and snaps, and then a new server brings forth a wild berry toaster strudel to you and puts it right in front of you.
Athena, roll me a history
Yes.
check with advantage as he does this.
Ashley's grumpy and shaking her head at all of
Ashley,
you
you were not Ashley. You were talking. Confused me. No, you're good. It's me being dumb. You recognize this person very well.
guys. What person?
The person that just delivered the toaster strudels. Nobody else does.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I just messaged you. Who
God
you see?
fucking
She's
shit.
gonna tell me now.
Jeffrey's standing up. He hasn't touched his food yet. Ashley, sit down, or I'm going to make you.
She rolls her eyes at you.
Athena not talking and is just staring at this person.
Jeffrey's going to put up a wall behind Ashley, and he's going to start pushing her towards the
She's gonna go into blood form and go under the wall, and then go and lean back on the wall that she was
Jesus.
All right, I'm going to use magnetism and wrap it around her.
She blood forms out of the wall.
Magneto the Iron! Magneto the Iron!
I know this is out of character, but have you ever thought of using the iron that is in blood?
No, yeah, I have. I haven't gotten there yet.
Good.
All right, okay.
Good.
Yeah, not
That's
quite.
a cool idea.
I know what Dunn and I were both thinking.
Yeah.
Magneto it. Magneto it. Nah, he's not quite there yet. Have to see.
I have done things, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, minor thing. So you see as she just kind of keeps slipping away from you, just as you can't quite get it
Good at.
right, and
Then I'm slamming it down.
just on top of her,
Yes.
on top of the
like
puddle.
that.
She's fine, but she's stuck in the puddle now.
With my blood evade, I'll put my blood form into a big long line across the edge of the wall. So I'm up against the wall like a line of water.
Okay.
There, she's sitting.
I'm not, but okay.
You're not standing.
You kind of see Death like look at Pestilence as though he's gonna answer what she just asked him, but then he looks over at Phantasma. There's only one thing that I can't choose: what goes to heaven or hell.
And what is that?
Dogs.
Oh,
Dogs. Oh.
Go to heaven.
Yep.
That is very weird. Not gonna lie.
Why do you think we have to make our own? They're so
I-
mean.
It was an awful. I was young. It was a deal I made with a famine, but that's the only thing.
wait, you made a. Never mind. I'm not answering. I'm still staring at this person.
Say again.
So, what kind of... Oh.
I use searching thought on the person.
You get nothing.
Jeffrey Hale gets a bunch of cheese in his mouth.
Jeffrey Hale is happy.
Can I attempt to telepathically communicate with Death?
Sure.
I'm gonna do the searching.
You can do an
telepathy.
inspired
Careful.
action. Pop it. Pop an inspired action. You have 10 minutes to be able to talk mentally with Death, but you approach it his mind very cautiously. Death, you notice this presence coming towards you from Athena.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of. Sorry, go on.
She's just saying in your head, "Who's this person behind you?"
It's the one that gave the two toaster strudels.
Okay. I just kind of look to the person that's standing behind him, and then mentally think of customer.
How?
Sold their soul.
Why?
Now he looks back at you. Why does it matter?
It matters to me. I'm curious. Hold on, Verbal. Give me a second.
He kind of like just looks
Shit, I
back
have it written down somewhere.
across to the person that had dropped the strudel in front of Steiner. Steiner, right? Was the one of the strudel?
Steiner or Mop, yeah. Technically, it's both.
Right now, you don't know I'm Steinar. You just
Right.
I'm the janitor boy.
I look at him and then look back. Sold his soul for power, and then I end the connection.
You can't.
He just pulls away and you
I
can't get
can't.
access to him,
Okay.
though.
He's deaf. He can do whatever he wants.
You can pull away a little bit though, like unless you want to try to delve fully into his mind and get that again.
Chase me.
I don't know where it is. Hold on. I have way too many folders.
You're asking him if he knows about Thomas and what his relationship with Thea is?
Go ahead and
Yeah.
say that, Alphantasma.
So, Death, what do you know about Thomas? And what is your, I guess, relationship with Thea? Because she has told us about you. There.
Everyone at some point in time will most likely interact with me. I don't know much or anything about Thomas. There have been thousands, if not millions, of Thomases. You see him like look away for a moment, and if Athena's still trying to look in his mind, you just get a bunch of thoughts of random men named Thomas dying.
It's Thomas Martin.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, Purple.
All right. That's actually funny.
I'm not kidding.
So, you hone in on that for a second, but it's just gone. You catch that in Death's mind for a second as he's just kind of going through Thomas's, but you don't really catch anything other than the face.
Okay.
If you could catch that, the person that she's talking about, first name was Thomas. Last name is Rose.
Dalton?
That was the person that gave the toaster strudels. The person that she wanted to know who that was. You know who it is as Thomas Rose.
Okay. Yikes. You see Thomas Rose's death for a second in there at some point in time.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
Yeah, he just looks at you. Is a lot. And he looks to Athena now. Not Athena, I'm sorry, Ashley. Is Ashley sitting down yet?
She's in blood form, so technically she's not standing.
Okay.
Look at a blood puddle on the ground.
Alright, look. There are certainly things afoot that I cannot entirely explain to all of you. And he kind of looks at each one of you for a moment. But I consider all of you, mostly all of you, essentially my children. I do not like taking lives, especially if it disrupts the balance. And you kind of see him put like one finger down on the table. But there must be balance. You, whether you know it or not, essentially by existing can cause death, and that is fine. Without life, there is no death.
Who didn't
But
beat
he looks
what
at
he summoned?
he looks at Athena and just goes, "But you have messed with the balance. And I would like to go and strike a deal with all of you. And past aggressions will be absolved.
You know,
And
it's like
we
a
can
running
join an
stereotype
alliance."
that it's a bad idea
You're-
to make a deal with death.
You're
Hey,
in blood
are
form.
you blood form? Can you talk in blood form?
What? No, I pop back up on
Ahead of Pierce.
How do you pop out a blood form when there's a wall right on you still?
What?
Vessel just screams and she sees
time
her literally
like
come back from the blood.
What? It's on the floor?
We put it on top of you.
No, there's a string on the corner of the wall.
You use it to get out.
Yeah.
You gotta say that you're moving, alright? That you moved away from it when you do that, because assuming you just turned it and does not get squished.
Okay.
Just say that you're doing it so everybody's clarified with it, okay?
Okay, everyone was talking. I didn't want to.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Anyways. He does say that though.
Meanwhile, the wall is going crazy and it's trying to squash you.
Jesus. Is this like whack-a-mole?
If it's whack-a-mole, she's just continuously going into blood form. And not...
I'm gonna.
Can you stop?
Real
Can you
quick,
stop?
I'm going to look at Jeffrey, real pissed off like, and be like, I'm gonna intimidate him and be like, "Can you knock it off? Trying to eat here."
What do I have to roll? Is it speech?
I'm not making you guys roll intimidations and things like that against each other, but he is very angrily just like, he's yelling at you, very angry.
Okay, Jeffrey, how about this? If you don't play whack-a-mole with Ashley, I will give you a hug.
What do you want from us? Trying to get back on topic.
Yeah, he's just like rubbing his temple. Like you see that him and Pestilence are both
Oh
like.
yeah, Athena's been facepalming but looking in your direction this whole
I'm
time.
just like, oh god, get your kids under control, Death.
I can't.
No, he said Death, and she said
No,
Death.
you know.
Look, we were brought for a purpose that I do not agree with. It disrupts the balance, and I will go against it to the best that I can.
Okay.
What I would like to strike with all of you is essentially a deal that would make it seem as though you've defeated all of us. As is planned, and in the end, we will aid you against a particular person.
I'm sorry.
What?
Whoa. The past 3 days of our lives right now have been us agreeing and making deals with the enemy. So you're telling us that we're gonna pretend to pretend.
We're all really bad at pretending. You should know this.
No,
we
but
agree to any of this.
sure, Athena, but hear what he's saying here. We're already pretending to do what Zach's telling us to do. And then to do what they is telling us to do, but I guess we're not doing that anymore because we're gonna do what Zach's telling us to do?
Ashley, you're an idiot. And quite frankly, we can't make a deal because Thea has control over me. And right now, I have much bigger problems that I need to deal with that I cannot pretend to do.
Death looks at Phantasma.
So, let me rephrase my previous question. Do you see Thea as an ally or enemy?
She is an annoyance.
Thank you.
Damn right.
He's a bitch.
You see Pestilence and Death high five.
Yeah.
Because with my
We have.
my
Whoa! We just heard Jonas.
Demon.
We just heard Ian.
Say it again, Jonas.
At least we can agree on one.
I nod my head vigorously to that one. It's true.
Have you ever talked to the bitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know she's a bitch.
You know, maybe we shouldn't call her a bitch when she's probably watching through the eyes of 3 different people here.
You see
I call her
Jeffrey and
a bitch
Arya
to her
raise
face.
their right hands and just kind of wave at everybody and then go back down.
Oh, isn't she also an Athena?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. I said 2 people instead.
Pestilence flips those 2 people off.
So,
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
They really don't have that great of a relationship. We already knew that.
She
Arya's tearing up.
is nothing to us.
Okay, then why don't you kill her? You're deaf.
I'm about to kill you if you keep talking back to me like that, child.
Just asking. You're supposed to be this big, mighty 4 horsemen. A bunch of superheroes to help you out instead of doing it yourself.
please, we're trying to.
I deserve that one. I completely deserve
She gets her pore has to dissolve into a blood puddle as.
Yes, I do apologize. She is very young.
She's an idiot.
Look who's talking.
Hey.
She slides back up from underneath the
Can we please get back on track?
Yes, agree.
Okay, so
what? Okay, I got the part where we pretend to kill you. Thea was also a part of that contract. And then what do you guys do against Zach?
We will aid you when you fight him.
Death and Pestilence would also know that there's really not a good way for Zach to get out of hell. So Death and
The
Pestilence, you would
Ascendant.
know that.
I have a question.
Mhm.
I know it's a touchy subject, but where is Famine right now?
That's a very interesting question.
Famine
Coming
is-
back.
What about
That's-
war?
That's all he says is coming
Is
back
he in
from
the
famine.
abyss?
No.
I would have brought him back then.
DM says yes.
Well, he doesn't have to. He can still say no, but I'm just making sure because remember they're jumping into play these characters.
I know the answer. I'm saying
Okay,
no.
cool.
If he was, I would have brought him back. Had we
I'm not
made
you.
this deal.
Please don't.
He kind of like just looks at everyone.
Wait, you said no?
Yeah, he said no to him.
Can I insight that?
Sure. Death roll a deception as well. If you want to roll insight as well, Daniel, you can.
No.
Daniel, you're not even looking at death right now.
Well, since I'm
This
talking,
burger is really
as well.
fucking good.
Oh!
I agree.
Wow, the only way he could have seen with that doesn't
Muff and I are
feel
bonding
like
over
that's the
burgers.
truth.
I don't feel like it's the truth.
You feel like
To be honest,
he's
El Phantasma is the only one that's actually having a conversation
yeah.
before.
I mean, Athena's it's with her, it's within her character, so yeah, Death rolled really high, but El Phantasma natural 20, and Athena is one of the only people that can beat his rolls. So yeah, you both feel Daniel, you do not. Nobody else feels that he's lying. Athena and El Phantasma, you get a slight hint that he's lying.
I'm not going to outright question what you said.
I
but
am.
I'm going to raise my eyebrow and look at you like, okay, yeah, sure.
Can Death form a mental connection with Athena for a moment?
You can indeed.
Okay. Athena, you just kind of feel a prod from Death, and he just mentally tells you if he knows he can kill her. Kill him.
What?
If he knows he can kill him.
She nods and says, I know, that's why I didn't say anything.
He looks back. So, Phantasma, you actually say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Death. Before we continue, I just want to make sure with you. You will tell us the truth of everything you say if we are going to be allies. ¿Verdad?
And what do you mean by age us?
I will tell you the truth of everything as long as it does not impede my or my family's health.
Está bien.
To aid, I have
not
things.
age. Okay.
Yeah, I just said aid.
I was very confused. I was like, age?
No, that's Pestilence you're thinking of.
To aid you.
I look around the whole table.
I heard age. I'm like, you're about to age us by 10 years to make us stronger or something. I was very confused.
He kind of like leans. I can do a few things, and I will put forth these options to you as you like them. First, I can return you all to Earth and out of reach of Zack until you can get stronger. Or second, and remember that this deal comes with a heavy price. The second
Our
one
soul.
does. Yes, I can amplify and give you more strength for that time, so that it does not create a disturbance to the balance of life and death. And in return, I will have to ask for your souls. You will live long lives. I will not interfere. Your destiny will go as it was planned.
If you take our souls, we end up like them, though. She's pointing towards the man you know is her father, or was her father.
It is correct. In the end, you will serve me for all of eternity. You will not go to heaven. You will not go to hell. You will be a part of me.
You hear from under the table.
Personalities are-
Again, this is why they say don't make a deal with death.
I'm smashing my
shut
foot under the
hell
table,
up?
trying to
It's a
find
big
a
table. I'm not near you guys.
So what you're saying, as I clear my throat, wipe my face with my mop, is that if I give you my soul, I will be able to go back stronger as well? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I-
there was two
Is
deals.
that I heard
I can send you back without us making a deal for you to gather your strength in time to fight Zack.
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay.
Or I can amplify your powers for your soul.
I like the first option better.
Are those the only two options?
Yeah, what if I like my soul?
If you strike a deal for me to alter or do anything to aid you that is outside of normal rules of existence, then your soul is the price you pay.
What about just fighting with us?
That is what I plan to do, no matter. But in all honesty, he has some really big guns.
I'm
Is
sold.
there-
I'm giving up my soul.
Now, Mom,
You-
that's not
Not yet,
true,
Mom.
Mom.
You see, like, Death snap his finger, and, like, this fiery, like, black fire essentially appears before you, Mop, and a contract is shown. And next to it is a silver dagger floating in the air.
Mop does like his silver things.
This is a nice silver dagger.
Or sorry, for whoever wanted to accept the deal. I don't know why I went to Mop, but it was Steiner
was
that
Mop.
won it, right?
It was Mop.
It was Mop? Okay.
Steiner is Mop.
Okay.
Steiner is Mop.
Okay, I got lost. Wait.
Steiner Stevenson is the silver mop. I was too lazy to come up with a better name.
Ah, okay.
From an empty part of the table, Ashley will poke her head up to see this too. She's scowling.
I do not care for my soul too much.
And set him up.
No, I want to word that differently.
Are you doing that to the table, Jeffrey?
I'm pushing you away from the table. If I put it up in front of the table, you would have to slide around it and then appear where?
She was under the
No,
table.
no, I'm under the table, and so I lift with my head a little bit from around the end of the table. The majority of my body's still under the table.
There. You're
Okay.
still not standing.
No, I'm not standing.
He's like, I'm still winning this fight. I'm dying on this.
I do not care what happens to me after I die, as long as I can protect people, prolong their death.
You will
Ashley
live your
looks
life.
so disappointed at you.
And I slit
Steiner.
my hand. Too late.
Before Steiner does this, can I
Uh-huh.
do another mental leak with Death?
I mean, he's
Sure.
as he's doing it, sure.
I will slide the knife out of his hand too.
No.
Can
He
I?
has
Okay.
move object.
I'm
Can I
trying to do
inhale
another
reactions?
telepathic link with.
Can
Oh,
this is
Yeah.
my decision. Stay out of
And
it.
literally all Athena's going to say is, "Can we make a third deal?"
Death
This is so
doesn't remove the
stupid.
contract or the dagger, but he just kind of like quirks a brow at you.
I guess I'll stop for a second then.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna say with the Ian in the demon form, you see he's there next to you and just says,
Wait,
Oof.
we're not done.
he's back where he was.
All this talking stuff is so boring.
Is the dagger still there in front of the silver
It was
mop?
like right before I was about to slip my hand.
Yeah, he kind of just moves your hand a little bit away from
He has a
you.
human reaction.
Okay, so he still has the dagger in his hand. Okay.
Mhm. He didn't take the dagger.
Okay.
Fine, I'll wait.
Go on.
Back to
Is
Athena.
there a way to not take anyone's souls, but to give them strength?
He just shakes his head.
Why?
This is stupid.
It will create an imbalance. I cannot do such a thing without taking from you. It is how I was made.
So the person you empower is the one who has to give the soul.
Yes.
How much can you empower that person?
Other god?
Yes, other god, how strong can I be?
So, you would say that you can basically turn a normal human into 5 times the
I
strength.
want to know
of-
what it does to this.
Please, guys.
You don't know exactly how it works,
Are
but
we really
very
gonna
strong.
strike a deal with death for power? This is what we've become?
This is a mental
We don't
link
have
between the
much
two of them.
choice, kid. It's either this or we die.
And I would be semi.
He's doing this because he's scared. He knows we can take him and her down. We already
That's
took-
Ashley,
so wrong.
please.
If you would just
Shut your
chill for 2 seconds and allow the
I chill
adults
for
to
2
talk.
seconds and Silver Mop sells his soul to death. How does that sound?
Nina, that is his decision.
It's not yours.
He kind of looks at it like we're still mentally linked. So what you're really getting, Athena, is like he first grimaces and then kind of frowns. But for a time, I could amplify it, but that creates an imbalance, and I would ask that you do not abuse it. Otherwise, I would have to take more if I need to.
I want to make with you is for you to empower me more than anyone else, and I'll go with you immediately as soon as Zach is dead.
He snaps his finger, and a contract and a dagger appears in front of you. Mom, your contract and dagger are still in front of you as well, though.
Death, you hear from Arya, just all of a sudden stiffens, then turns towards you, and you hear from her voice. I can't do Arya impression very well, so I'm just gonna say it normally.
I was like,
If
I'll
you
type it up.
if you wait a few minutes, Thea will be here. If you want to talk with her as well.
This is
I'm
This is the worst thing we've ever been in. This is it right here.
Ashley, I swear to God.
I hate this so much.
My main goal is to kill Zach. And that's what we're here for.
That our
I've
goals are
been
the
in-
same.
I've been in this hellhole for so long, knowing that
Does it
Zach
have-
has been in
Do we
power.
have to kill him now? We could get stronger and
And
come
he
back.
did give you an option to leave and then come
Yeah.
back when you can kill
I
Zach.
know. That's what I'm bringing up.
Okay.
We can.
I'm
come
sorry,
back.
you guys didn't want to make a deal with Thea before, but now you're gonna make a deal with Thea now?
You know
I
what,
almost
kid?
made a deal with him anyway.
Listen to me right now.
No, I'm talking to the 4 horsemen here, not you guys.
Oh no, the horseman's just like shaking his head. I have little no interest. If they wish to aid in fighting Zack, but I will strike no deals with demons.
Then you... Never
That's
mind.
discrimination.
you see like a finger get raised and he's like wagging it towards you, but you're like, yeah, you're right.
Racist.
Death
Oh,
and
hold on.
Pestilence and probably Athena as well. And Daniel can hear it. You see the elevator start to be going down.
My Phantom's link is in there. By the way.
Yeah, his Phantom Link is in there.
Oh, hello.
Pestilence
over.
looks at Death. Death. I don't want her here.
I can stop the elevator while you all decide what you want to do for now. And he just like snaps his finger.
You see it
Pestilence
stops for a
looks to you
second,
guys.
and then you see all of Death's servants, as well as all of your powers, except for Jeffrey's, vanish. The elevator keeps going down.
Pestilence looks over to you all. I can tell you right now, it is much better to make a deal with us than that she bit.
Yeah, I really don't like Thea. I mean, I
she
really.
can still hear you.
I just want to go back.
I know. Pestilence doesn't care.
We should go home and gather our strength and come back.
Will you be able to gather your strength in that time?
How much
time do we have?
Death just kind of rolls his shoulders until Zach is bored.
Till Zach is
How
bored.
easily does he get bored?
Very.
Oh.
But time is different here.
Indeed. We are
Time
still
is a lot
gathering.
different here.
We are still gathering our strength.
Is time faster or slower here?
I believe it is slower here.
Doesn't make
Jeffrey looks good.
time is
Fantastic.
irrelevant almost here.
Time is just a construct.
What I could say is that I've been here for 80 years.
That's literally Death's thought. It's just a construct. Death will look at all of you. Look, you can take the deal. I will amplify you. You can go home, take the gate, and still train and get stronger. Or you can go home and get stronger on your own. Either way, in the end, I am not your enemy. I will aid you. We, and he motions toward Pestilence, will aid you.
Pestilence is just staring deathly at the elevator as it goes down.
It's hit the bottom and is actually coming back up.
Can Jeffrey try to hold the elevator in place?
Roll a mental save.
Wait, don't you not have your
No,
powers?
he's left.
He's the only one that still has his.
You feel you raise your
That's
hand
fair.
stiffly. Right, you all hear a as it shakes. You hear the
Did my
chain
pencil
rattle.
disappear?
Yeah.
Frick.
Because you don't have powers.
God dang.
Mopped also stopped being Mop. But however, you look at Ian, he's still in the demon form.
Ooh.
That's not really his powers. That's just demon.
That's a demon.
That's just a freaking demon. I'm really set on the instant power thing. I'm very impatient.
I know you are.
So I'm this close to doing this, guys.
Whatever we do,
Steinar,
we do together.
if you sell your soul, you will be forcing the rest of us to do the same.
You guys don't have to follow me.
We do.
Fuck that.
Because we can either take him as a group, or you can die in 2 seconds. Your choice.
I think if we're going to sell our soul, we should live as long as we can.
Okay, picture it this way. It's either we sell our soul to this guy, or we're stuck in this hellhole with Zack taking control, or whoever decides to do that. And
Or
then we
hold
don't have
on.
a choice.
Let me clarify some
will
things for everybody, just so it's easier.
Yeah.
There's a version where you sell your soul, he makes you more powerful right now, you go fight Zack. There's a version where you sell your soul, you leave hell, go back to Earth, and train even more so you can then come back and fight Zack. Or there's a
But
version
the powers-
you leave, but however, that version, the powers leave after you defeat Zack.
Yes.
And then there is a version where you just leave hell and come back when you're strong enough to fight Zack without losing your soul.
Yep, that's the one I want to do.
I'm guessing that one's really hard to do.
The thing is, Death is not helping us out with that one. That one's on to our own.
No, they will help us fight, regardless.
Death is offered. Yeah, Death is offered to help in all cases.
But to give us power, it takes a cost from him, which is the price of our soul. That's the gist. If we get the strength ourselves, we don't have to pay a cost.
How does the elevator look?
It's currently stopped at the moment. I need you to make another mental save.
Pestilence just looking at you all and doing that finger in a circle motion. Hurry.
I think we should all go back and get stronger.
Sounds like a plan, but
If
we're
we-
losing time.
We can always. Athena looks at Death. We can sell our souls to you later if we don't have the time.
He's kind of looking around. And he seems to be kind of dealing with something else, and this might be where he snaps back. Yes, if we must, but I do urge you to decide quickly. If you all wish to sell now, I will give you the power now, and if you wish to go home, then I will.
I do
quickly
not
take
want
the
power
gate.
now.
We wish to go home.
They wish
Let's
to just
do
go
it.
home.
Then I will take you home.
How will we be getting home?
Death.
Yes.
Is it possible they can send me home later? At a
No.
later time?
It's all now or all none.
You don't
Well,
really
I'll be-
want to stay here right now, anyways.
Yeah, no. Let's go.
I must ask though, how are we getting home?
There is a gate. I will take you to it. Or I'll bring it here. I've not decided yet.
That's kind of important.
Okay. You for Death's reference, he knows that he could to get them out of hell, he has to bring them to the gate that's on this island. Not that far away, but in the other way around, he can kind of just make it happen wherever. And he knows that he could bring them to it immediately if they want to.
Okay, yeah. I can take you to the gate, and you will all go home. I also ask that you treat my youngest sibling, Famine, with more respect the next time you meet them.
You have my promise, sir.
Thank
We
you.
met Salmon?
Oh my god.
You might have his, but not mine.
Tell Famine we're sorry.
Tried to kill us, so I'm not too,
situation.
too pressed
I'm
over it.
sorry. Famine is the one you guys fought in the...
When you were doing the server thing to get the portal back online.
I see.
That was Salmon?
Yes,
Well.
that was Famine.
Understandable, but Famine is the one you have to thank for all dogs going to heaven. And then he like stands up and kind of.
Oh, tell him thank you for that too.
I technically didn't fight Famine. Wait, did I?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you
fought
did.
Famine.
Well, no, I was basically
No,
fighting
Mop
the
never
goons.
hit him. He was fighting the zombies the whole
Mop,
time.
Mop
I was
threw
holding
one.
them back.
I think threw one water thing at Famine, but missed.
Oh, okay.
I might have done like 400 damage to him.
Yeah, I was right behind you with that one.
Wait a minute. What happened to the fourth one? I forgot his name.
War?
War, that's right.
War ran away.
Yeah.
What is...
Okay, can we make a decision fast?
Look, we need to go. Sign.
go.
450.
Gate.
Alright, let's go,
458.
guys!
Death snaps his finger and takes him to the gate.
Nothing happens.
Shit.
Can Jeffrey put in
that one.
shaft?
Ding. You open. You put a wall in front of the doorway. What did you say that you just wanted to try to do?
I wanted, before it reached the top,
Okay.
to put a metal shield there so that it could not get to the floor. In the elevator shaft.
Yeah, basically he wanted it to go through the actual shaft so that it
Okay,
crashed
yeah.
into it.
You see, as roll me a mental save. Let's see.
Oh.
No. You see, as you can't. It's getting stopped and blocked. Ding. You see Thea standing there. You see her hair is actually all tied back in a bun that has a braid that falls down her, and she's in a very fancy magenta colored dress that has sapphires that kind of go from the right shoulder all the way down. And the
We need art.
No, I'm like drawing Dan right now. He's giving me a whole new outfit for her. Like, oh my
and you
god.
see that, however,
She's drawn six
you see the fangs that she had are a little bit more pronounced, and you see something that you didn't before. These black wings, but the inside where the actual wing part is this more magenta color. And her hands are on her hips, and she kind of just says, "Leaving without saying goodbye."
You're not welcome here.
Trying
Super
to.
boys here.
I'm clinging closer to Jeffrey.
Hi again, Pestilence.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen.
So you've all made your decision then?
Yes.
I just wanted to tell the horsemen. I suggest they all go with you then. Because when you get back, there will be no hell. Be gone. All of it, including Zack. You can send them out if you wish, but they'll be gone. And anyone left here will be as well.
What's this? Throwing out threats now because your humans aren't on your side anymore?
I don't need them on my side, and I have two of them. She kind of gestures outwards with both of her hands. You see Jeffrey and Arya stand up immediately. If I need them.
Can you just leave already? You're an annoyance.
I won't be going anywhere. This is a rather nice place, isn't it? And you have so many undead that I could take with me.
I do fancy it.
Don't touch my children.
You know, if you weren't such a demon, just ice-colded bitch, I would love to roll with you.
That's the thing, Death. I'm above your rule, even with it. You might be timeless, but I want to make so many other demons homeless. You have moved too slow for me. I'll make sure to end everything, and it'll all be darkness. Don't you like that? Leave. All of you. You see, for a moment, only Death's powers come back. And the contracts appear, the ones that disappeared from in front of Athena and Mop. And you see she steps and just waits by the elevator.
Miss Thea.
I'm still hiding under the table.
Yeah, so Phantasma. She kind of
Does
just looks
this
at you.
mean you will aid us against Zack?
You won't have to worry about him.
Zack won't be here when we
Unless he leaves hell.
If he leaves hell, will you aid us then?
You said he's weaker outside of hell, correct?
Most demons are. With the exception of the horsemen here.
The horsemen are stronger.
Yes. Zack will weaken over time. You have a chance against him then. But a very long time. However, I don't think he'll leave. Oh. Yeah, I cut out. Sorry. I'll get closer for Thea.
Oh god.
It will take a very long time for him to lose his power.
Okay.
That's intense.
Yeah.
As long as Zack is gone, I mean, no important. I do not care.
Hello, Thea.
Hello,
Jesus.
Thea.
Dude, God.
Yeah, so you see like Death kind of turn to the side and motion for everyone to go by him to the elevator. He goes, "Little ones, let's go."
Can Jeff move?
Yes, you can.
Good. He's gonna walk without saying anything.
Same with Arya.
You see Thea steps aside as you move towards the elevator. Does everybody go? As Death is kind of ushering you all there.
Yep.
Can I?
Pestilence.
Yes, you can.
I am with Ian.
I'm with Ian as well.
Yes,
But I'm
Pestilence.
kind of still under the table.
Ian's getting up and walking towards it.
Pestilence, do you go after all of them?
I'm go with you.
Okay, I'm gonna motion for you to go ahead and get on the elevator before me, ladies first.
She just gives you a glare before she walks forward.
Yeet, I'm scared.
And then Death will go over to Thea, take one of her hands in his, and then kiss her ring finger.
Before he does, can I pull his collar into the elevator?
You are weak and I am strong.
You want to touch Thea?
Can
I know,
use
that's what I'm
dominant
thinking.
Action?
Does
Stop
Death
him.
know all of Thea's powers, right?
Death would, but you see, as he kisses the ring finger, she kind of allows it to happen and smiles coyly, but doesn't make any really acknowledgement.
May your rule be a just one. And then he walks into the elevator.
Make sure to bring war and famine if you want them to stay alive. You see the elevator closes without any of you touching it as you're all inside.
Pestilence.
Yeah, what about the three of us?
I mean, all of you.
You're in the elevator.
I thought all of them
Ian
were in
went.
the elevator.
So
You are
if
in the
you stayed
elevator.
with Ian,
Okay.
Ian went to the elevator.
Yeah.
Ian's still in demon form, by the way.
So everyone's in here with this awkwardly bulky bitch.
Wait, change the music.
But you see Death like hold a finger up to you. He's like, "Hang on, child." And he looks at Pestilence. We have to stop and get Famine's dogs and get him.
What?
And get
Feminist
War.
dogs?
Famine has things.
They bite. Can I send the carriers?
He's like snaps his fingers. They'll be ready when we get to the floor.
Thank you. I don't want to lose another arm.
Huh? Okay.
His dogs bite a lot.
What does he have? Hellhounds?
Yeah.
You just see Death and probably Pestilence both look back at you because they're probably standing at the front and nod yes.
Oh, okay.
So, as all of you descend to the
Please tell me
bottom,
they have names.
You see as you're all getting out, there's a bunch of the bigger carriers that were mentioned by Pestilence are already outside, and you get there. You see that the time has fallen to night, and there are clouds like just kind of around the tower that was Death's. There's no rain, it's just dark clouds. They're nowhere else, just around the tower and maybe a few hundred yards.
This is stupid.
Where are we going?
We're going to the gate. And he looks at Pestilence. Did you tell War to meet us?
War gets left behind.
Yes.
To the
of course
northwest,
I
right?
did. I pull a zombie over, like from the side. I was like, "Go get the water." Shove him.
Trips.
I totally remembered to do that. Mm-hmm.
Where's Famine locked away at?
You know that War actually went to go get Famine in where they were locked in the abyss. That's where War is right now, so he's gonna be a while. So you might have to send them through and then come through later yourself.
All right, yeah. So Death's gonna take them all to the gate then.
Okay, I'm gonna bring us over to the map. So
There's a map.
you go
This
from
is Snowfly Point, right?
yeah. So you go instantly all the way from Elmizia Capital to Snowfly Point.
You all feel like a hand pressed against your back, as though he's literally moving you across. Oh, it's cold as hell too. Yeah, I forgot. To
And then
mention that.
the cold doesn't disappear, however, as you're then in a foot of snow.
Oh, Jesus.
Death approaches Steinar? Silver Mop?
Right now I'm mop now. I'm back to mop. We're out of the rain.
Yeah. So
I'm
he
usually
comes,
in mop form.
he comes up to you, and then you see him like grab like his hand and seem to pull something away, and then hold his hand out to you, like fingers facing down, like it's a closed fist upwards.
What's this? What?
It is my token.
Why? What is it for?
For when you need me.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. He
Are you not?
You can't see it, but I'm blushing.
Okay. Well, he hands you this. It's a silver band, and then on it is this huge, like, kind of crudely cut black stone, that's been like centered on it. When you need me, just rub the stone.
All right. One more question. If I were to get stronger and come back, would I still be able to sell my soul to you? And amplify my powers more?
I'm coming there with you.
Well,
later.
when we come back here, I mean.
When we meet up
that we
again.
can't come back here.
Yeah. He's just like, when we meet up again, if you wish to make that deal, yes.
All right.
You see as you crest over the hill that's filled with snow, you see there's a couple pathways that are seemingly left unshoveled as there's light snowfall falling around you, almost like a snow globe. just giant all over. You see there's ski slopes off in the distance and lifts and lodges. It's beautiful as the sunset is just catching it just on the horizon. There's evergreens, and you see that on another hill, just a little bit farther away, is this divine gate that seems to be made of crystal and marble and has this glow from it, this white swirling glow.
Is that it?
That's all you see. You see that there's a path leading up to it a little bit.
Is Death still here?
I don't know. Did Death choose to stay?
Death and Pestilence are with you, and they motion at the carriers with the dogs and be like, which one of you would like to take them?
We're taking the dogs?
I'll take them, but I have one.
You have what?
I have a question for Death.
Yes.
Do you know where we'll end up when we walk out? Or how we'll end up?
He kind of... He shakes his head, and I'm pretty sure, but the other god would say that I know you're not going to land dead.
No, you're not going to land dead, and you'll be able to go through where you are the way you are. Nothing will change because Death is the one that's sending you through.
Okay.
Cutting out a lot.
Are we going to end up in the same time we left?
What time was that? Like, you see, Death
I
is
would
generally...
spout literally the exact day, and time we went through the portal.
Death doesn't know what that day that is.
Yep.
In reference to anything else.
He doesn't follow that calendar date.
She probably would have also kept track of how many days they had been in this room.
You kind of see his jaw working. Yes.
That didn't sound very
reassuring.
Okay, just for reference.
I'll take the
A
dogs.
few days before or after would be fine, as long as it's still somewhat similar.
He says yes, then looks at Pestilence, who's trying to pipe up, but I guess between her coughing, it's not going so well.
She's just gonna look at Ian is the one
That's me.
that's possessed. Yes.
I'm not
Just gonna look at you and shake her head, and then walk over to Daniel and give you this. Basically, it's basically the kind of the same thing as Death gave Mop, but instead it's like this dark green, and there are these etchings of France. And she just hands you it. This will let you control them. Please take care of the dogs. I don't want Famine getting mad at me. Same thing from him. If you need me, just, I guess, rub it. Speak. I don't know. I haven't done this before. He's the one that makes the deals.
Is this France?
Yes.
Anyway.
It was such a good time.
We will always have France.
It's really iconic.
Give that to Daniel of all people.
I'm so confused. Like, me in real life is more confused than Daniel is.
If any of you would think of it, you would remember the Black Plague in France that went across Europe.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. And Pestilence just like, such a good time then.
I just imagine her sound as being so disappointing, like such a
Are we leaving
disappointing.
then?
Athena's just face-bombed.
Can we please just go through the portal already?
Yes.
We have to hurry.
I'm pretty sure Death will just snap his fingers and the portal will start doing its whirly thing.
You see...
Before that happens, can I ask the demon something?
Sure.
Can you let me out for a second?
You see the spikes on Ian, and his form kind of goes back to its normal self slowly.
Thank you.
Are you really okay, Ian?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna whisper to myself, don't worry, we can come and play again sometime. Alright, I'm ready.
Death comes up behind you and puts hands on both of your shoulders.
What is this, a massage?
No, this is like a proud dad moment. Son, do be careful.
Are you my dad?
He like slowly raises a finger to his lips and goes like, shh.
Your dad's still alive. What are you talking about?
Can I give you a hug, sir?
Before you all leave, one final offer. Would you all like to know how you die?
No.
No.
I don't want to know how anyone else dies.
Sure.
Thank you, but no.
Arya slowly raises
But
her
can I
hand.
give you a hug?
I already died once.
I already know, yeah.
Yeah, Death looks at you and just kind of like pulls you in for a hug. I don't know why, but I'm imagining it being like the Vegeta and Trunks hug right before he goes boom.
You can see Ian's face is just sparkling with joy.
This is really weird.
You all be careful. And if
Wait,
you guys
pestilence,
just
pestilence,
call us-
pestilence, pestilence,
What?
pestilence.
What?
Can I have a hug?
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, unless you literally want to contract the Black Plague. No.
I have an idea. Can I try and make a... Wait, no, I have an idea. I'm gonna mime hugging pestilence.
I prefer creepy Ian.
Here, I can do
This is
this.
creepy, Ian. What are you
And
talking
she
about?
kind of waves one hand, and you can. She like waves one hand up and down for like a second, and then reaches out and pats you on the head.
So-
There.
Thank you.
I guess if he's your dad, I'm Graham. I hate that.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, this is
You are a
weird.
fan.
It's weirder every second.
Alright.
I don't know.
So anyways, about the dying thing, how do I die?
Yeah,
I don't want to know. Can I leave, please? I don't want to know.
So as
stupid.
as the majority of people are walking, I'm gonna say away, Mop kind of stays, but you'd see now that the white on the portal has changed to black.
you, like Death looks at it and then looks at you, Mop, and he goes, maybe another time, and then just kind of grabs you and yeet into the portal.
Hold on. Sorry, Pestilence, I'm putting a hole in your chest.
He's through.
It's okay.
I'm
He's
gonna
gone.
wave goodbye to everyone as I walk through.
Jeffrey's
Can
gonna
I
hold
stay back?
Arya's hand.
I'm gonna run to Ian.
Wait. I need a question answered for me.
Nope.
We don't got time.
Pushing Caboodle through portal.
Caboodle?
Pushing
I'm
Arya
already
through
holding
portal.
her. I'm already holding her.
Yeah,
I'm
who's
I know,
Pope?
I'm helping you get Arya through the
Yeah.
portal.
I'm
Then
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
the last one to go in, making sure
I'm
that
making
everyone
sure
else goes in.
Sophia is
And what are you
with me.
shouting
Then I'm
out
gonna
to to
Then
Death?
I'm shouting out my question then.
Okay.
I'll be like, wait, what? Do you know a super capo papa mop? What?
I didn't understand a single word of that.
Super Caper Pop 'em up.
Yeah, please save them.
Do I... What?
Those are the two that you had in custody this whole time.
Oh.
Mop's already
Ah.
through. As she's kind of dragged
Pestilence
through.
slowly turns her head up to Death.
He just like watches until they're gone and he's just waving goodbye. And then when they're gone, he looks at Pestilence. Yes.
Why are you dad?
Because death creates life.
Huh?
Okay.
As the rest, this conversation is going on, as the rest of you all walk through the portal.
Oh god.
Well, we'll let them finish their conversation first. About the realization they left two of your party, and then they left that in that place in control of Thea.
Yeah, so you kind of see Death look at Pestilence and so the two that she was yelling about are back there. He just waves it. It's all right. 2 lives compared to millions. One
Oh,
the balance.
those.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, are we gonna do anything about Thea?
We could, or we could go rule Earth.
I mean, I'm kind of tired of hell. She gives you like this crooked grin.
I'm kind of tired of hell too.
Can I create another black plague?
Yes. But
Yeah.
this time, not so many die.
But I need a zombie.
No, you can't have zombies on Earth.
The hell I can't!
Look, we already did it once. They made movies. We had to strike it from their memory. We can't do it again.
Fine.
So it's kind of as they like. I
Let's
just
go
imagine.
get them.
Yeah. They're fading away into the sunset behind them, walking away towards the camera as you hear them talking about different things like, can we do this? No. Can we do that? No. Hey, what if I did that? No. And then it fades out, and as they go to collect war and famine.
One other question I had.
Yes.
That I would have asked Death. Can I ask it real quick?
No.
I'm gonna say
You
no.
already walked away.
I'm gonna say no.
Well,
Everybody
the
else
gist
got cut
is-
off too. We'll have
I
to-
probably would have asked him. We were still in the building.
Too late. You didn't think of it then.
Okay.
So, you all walk through the portal, and it's a different sensation what you're used to through most portals.
A lot of portals.
It's not this ice cold feeling. It's surprising. It's almost like you're walking through a cloud or mist or something. And you feel like you're falling almost, but at the same time you're moving forward horizontally. You see images of time, people, moments in history going towards it, and you also see these shapes, these almost like long serpents moving along above you and next to you, almost like they're flying.
Like, are we just seeing moments in history?
Yeah.
Can I look for the can I look for when we walk in the door?
Only perception check.
Yeah, I want to do the same. Can I roll too?
You both may roll.
What about me?
I'm just gonna let these two roll for right now.
Oh.
But they flash quickly, and you see them, but your brain, neither of you, doesn't comprehend.
Damn.
As you fade into what was darkness, black around you, and you can see these long serpent-like, almost like a Chinese dragon, kind of just floating there, but you can't see the faces or the claws. It just seems to be a line that persists.
I regret my decision to become me again.
All of you need to roll me an acrobatics.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh hey!
Can
Wait,
I?
Wow.
Wow. Can I?
You still roll me an acrobatics, but I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, cool. Great.
Can I use my passive by chance?
Yeah, you can use your passive.
Jeffrey, you knew exactly what you were gonna roll.
Yep.
So-
You don't have pedal fuck.
I know, I'm kidding.
Arya, you can. You're good actually, because you can fly. You're kind of able to use your wings, but everybody else actually, surprisingly, the exception
Everyone
of,
rolled really well.
exception of Jeffrey, as
I
you
rolled
all
really bad.
land on solid ground. Seems to
What about
be
Jeffrey?
somewhere that's maybe a field, cornfield. Jeffrey, you just hear him as he hits the ground. But
The
you,
first thing I'm gonna do is everyone okay?
Dunk.
Where are we?
I mean, we know Jeffrey's not.
Jeffrey's
Is everyone
That is a
okay?
good question. Don't
I'm
stomach.
fine.
Oh my god.
I'm still giving you.
I left my dad behind.
Oh.
We're not going back. Mom. It's
Oh
not
god
going
damn
back.
it.
We'll get him back when we go back next time.
Oh no, oh, I'm so
We're gonna do it
dumb.
next time.
I'm sure
We're
Dad
gonna
has
stay
sweet
as them.
salmon, and or we'll bring him back.
Oh, we
If
left.
they don't, it's okay.
Crud.
I asked Mr. Death about Papa Mop and Super Cape, but
You
I
did?
was dragged into the portal before I could get an answer.
That's because
I do not understand the severity of the situation
Huh?
What?
at all. What Thea just said. The horsemen. Where are we?
you see, you look
I don't know.
around, and you see you're in the middle of a very large cornfield. You can't see anything but trees in
Oh.
two different directions, and some clouds, and it
I
seems
want-
the sun's just coming up.
Can we
I'm
frolic
inspired
into the
action.
sunrise?
What'd you say?
I want to.
Go ahead. Poke.
Oh, I want to start action. I want to try to cut down as many, like, just to clear a path for us to walk through with the Shadow Strike.
You see, it's easy enough to do. You just kind of make a path as you throw it forward.
The corn.
That was someone's corn.
And you see that you hear it as something hits something more substantial.
I'm going to investigate it.
Can I fly upward?
You see, you just cut a scarecrow in half.
Oh, jeez.
But like what? Like what's around us?
You fly upwards and you see this cornfield going for a very long time until you see houses. And you see on the way in the distance, you see streets and cars.
That way. Guys, there's a pointing at the direction of the streets and the cars and the whatever. Like we're going that way.
That way, I guess.
As we're walking, like after we're like starting to leave the cornfield and whatnot, I want to listen to the people around me, just to listen to how they talk and if it can give me any like hints as to when.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Along with that, I want to use my heartbeat sense. How many people are around us?
You sense that there are 2 people, seemingly just maybe waking up. And Daniel, you hear no voices really at the moment. It seems like it's very, very early morning.
Do the buildings?
It looks very modern. It looks exact same time period, at least from when you guys left.
Maybe let's
Does this field, this cornfield, does this look familiar?
God, we landed on
roll me
Montana.
a memory.
Thank you.
God,
This looks you see this is actually on the just outside the western part of the city.
Okay, so I know exactly where we are, and I'm gonna basically explain to everyone exactly where we are and where we need to go.
Purple?
Alright, I'm gonna create a path wherever she says we're going.
Yeah, sorry.
Purple? Like, so since me and Ian are flying up, can we see the buildings of the city?
You see it's a little bit farther than that. You're probably like an hour.
Or at least like a silhouette or something?
You
like
see, if you go up, since you can fly longer, you go up a bit higher.
I was inspired action flying.
Okay, you both go way up in the air then, and you see that way off in the distance. You can see not the mostly destroyed city, but a full city.
I knew it.
I want to, instead of leading us to the city, I want to lead everyone to kind of like the place we disappeared.
That's on the place that you originally went into hell?
We were in on the east.
You're on
east or west side.
You're on the west side of the city. It was in the very southeast of.
Then I would probably take us back to the cabin.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly down to them like, guys, the city.
I want to go meet my parents again.
Do you know where they are? We should get to the cabin and see if anything's left.
Would I remember where their house is? Because I remember they told me.
We need to get some type of talking going on. Why is the city back?
I don't like the feeling of any of this.
We could have been gone for years. We have no
Can
idea.
I roll a memory to see if I remember exactly where my parents' house is?
We also could have come out before everything started.
I don't know.
That's why I want to go to the cabin. It would give us an inclination, like an idea of what's going on.
You said that there were 2 cars?
There is a car, but there's 2 people. There's also a tractor nearby.
He's gonna go walking towards the car.
Okay.
Oh God.
You walk up towards it.
Can I roll memory, Colin?
Sure.
Yay.
Can you just, unlock the car doors?
Yeah.
Yes.
You must match my memory for that. Holy cow.
That was a 19 for me, though.
Okay, can I turn the ignition?
Yeah.
What are you doing? This isn't our car.
So?
We're still not criminals.
We're not. What are you doing?
Ian?
I'm getting a ride.
I mean, that's excluding us. We're outside the law.
Either hop in or you can walk.
I'm going to my parents. I'll see you later.
You see as Ian flies off away from everybody.
Look, I can't fly like him.
Wait, am I able to put
We'll be at the cabin.
I'm going home.
He
I'm gonna go to
avoids
my
it. He's
apartment.
off. You see as people all start splitting off in different directions.
We'll meet up by the cabin.
Jeffrey, you start to drive away, and you see you let Arya.
No, wait for Arya.
You let Arya.
As
in.
Arya flies, can I blood dash to her and take a ride?
You jump onto the car or into the car.
No. I want to blood.
I think she flies down to the car and gets in with Jeffrey.
I flew into the car.
Yeah, she gets in with
Can I
Jeffrey.
do this with Ian instead?
I'm gone.
Yeah, can I go
gone.
with Ian?
I
Why are you
hold out a
leaving
hand
me?
to
I'm going to my
Ian's
parents.
gone.
I said this.
You should
I
bring
yelled
me. I
out.
want to meet your parents.
You can run after him, Daniel and Ashley.
Well, yeah, I'm running after him because he
Yeah.
left me.
Barry, can I please
I'm staying with
come
Jeffrey.
back and tell him the address?
I'll blood dash towards him.
Okay, so Daniel, Ashley, and Ian head one direction.
Athena,
Elphantasma,
you coming with
Aria,
us?
Jeffrey,
Yeah, I'll follow you.
and
Do
Athena
I
had the
notice
other
they're
with
following
Sophia.
me?
Sophia
And if
just
so,
runs
can I,
behind
like,
the
slow
car.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
So we have 5 people
Yeah.
in the car.
5 and
I'm
3.
going home to
Is
my,
it a truck?
my
If
previous
it's a truck,
apartment
Sophia can just get in the back.
And Silver Mop goes by himself.
with Puddle Boy. Let's go home.
You know, I can't wait till Mop runs into the other Puddle Boy.
No.
If
Stop.
So, you guys head off into the distance, and that's where we'll end this season. This season
Season
of
9.
season
We survived
2.
a season. Wait, Zoom survived a season, guys. Guys, Zoom survived a season.
I survived.
He had a lot of health. You had a lot of health.
Anyway, everybody,
Guys, what the fuck just happened?
We split up.
Look.
We're never talking to each other ever again.
No,
Yeah,
no.
this is
Entire episode.
Guys, this is the beginning of.
So
We
let-
made
Monday
friends
D&D.
with the 4 horsemen
Colin speak.
Yeah,
and
It's
then
not-
came out of hell.
I like
I'm
that.
fine with that.
I really,
really
really like
cool.
doing his
You
done
know,
his death.
I am one of
Now
Death's
that we've-
greatest
now that
customers.
Purple
I
is
have given him
DM.
many.
What the heck?
Listen,
Woo! The season was great.
You would have told me at the beginning of the season, oh, you guys are gonna make friends with the 4 horsemen, and then you guys are gonna leave hell at the end because Death just kind of let you go. I would have been like, yeah, sure.
anyway, everybody, reel it in for a sec. Reel it in for a sec.
They're
Okay,
really cool.
okay.
So, I want to say a big thank you to all of our 4 guest characters for this, for Trey and Axe for doing kind of their first time really jumping into a big role. Trey for doing such a great job. Pseudo for jumping in for 2 weeks in a row.
Trey's art
And
is great.
Dunn for helping us finish it off. Thank you guys so much. A little bit of a round of applause for those guys.
Also, our 2 more permanent guests,
Yeah.
Caro and
Yeah, Caro and Poke.
Sorry.
Caroline and Poke both joining in at different
We
points.
loved you guys a bit too much.
Yes.
yeah.
So-
Get a
The
round of
villain
applause for
was
Cullen.
dude.
Poke died for reals though, and he's just cheating death now.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
Nah, Death allowed him to cheat, so it's not really cheating.
Look, hey, Dunn, just be
That's
careful
cheating
because if we
himself.
lose some more members, like, even if not, we're just gonna pull you in. And just be like, yeah, we got 4 horsemen on the team.
Yeah, Death, you're coming with us.
It's like someone dies, you summon Death, Death is in his boxers of tank top, brushing his teeth like,
Where did I get here?
Now that I think
we
about it, I
also
wonder if I can
Colin for
possess one of the
DMing?
horsemen.
You might not want to do that.
Axe shows up.
I'm gonna
An axe.
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 I'm gonna summon Death and like ask him out on a date or something like that. I'm like, hey, you want to get something to eat?
Is it that bad? Did I miss something? Is your character attracted to death?
Oh, Mop is-
You made me
Mom,
find
no,
out
you
you
two are
chose
the
a
both-
random
most
person.
Okay.
I was
You
almost
chose the
facepalming.
best
When you gave-
person.
when you
You
gave him
chose
the ring, I was
the
like,
best
oh, no.
person
Oh,
because
no.
I genuinely think you are my favorite character.
Yeah, I was facepalming. I
I'm
was
so
like,
Are you
hurt.
safe for
I
it?
have a serious question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who has my dogs?
I do.
Okay, good.
Actually-
Thank you. All right.
You don't got
actually,
also
no, you
have
do
your
not.
dogs.
Daniel has.
Daniel has.
I have the dogs.
You have all of them? Because I
Yep.
thought
Yeah,
I said I
Dan-
took some.
No,
No, he has
Daniel,
the band.
Daniel
I
has the
have
bracelets,
friends. I have friends.
and
Yes.
he's controlling the zombie carriers.
Thank you. Thank you for
Don't
saving my
make me mad.
dogs.
Don't make me mad. I will unleash hellhounds.
However, they didn't appear when they went through the
Oh man.
portal. Anyways, looks like the portal lost the
You
dogs.
bullied the youngest sibling. He's coming back.
Anyway, everybody,
We're friends now.
thank you so
We're
much for
good.
watching.
Don't worry.
Guys.
Thank you so much for watching this season. We'll be back after a little bit of a break
No.
with some more stuff,
Thank you.
some new everything. It should be a lot of fun. Bye,
Nah, fuck
everybody. No, that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday. That's Tuesday.
Yeah, boy.
Fuck you!
All right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I am El Fantasma.
Can we get a silver mop laugh actually from everybody at the same time?
All right.
It's a ha 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 on 3.
Ready?
On go. Ready on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ha ha ha. Bye everybody.